Oh, to turn the lights on.
What is? Ooh, that's a big baby. What kind of dog is that?
An Akita.
I don't know what that is.
Now we not with that white stuff. You can't be kissing me in the mouth. We don't do that.
Good evening, world. Good evening. What's up? What's up? Thank you for tuning in to Talk with Teezy presents Venus versus Mars. I'm your host, Teezy, and I'm in the building, of course, back with another topic, another discussion with my Talk with Teezy family. We got Hitty Gang Nate in the building. What's up, Nate?
What up? Out here
What's up?
sneezing my brains off.
We got Kia in the building. What's up, Kia?
What's up, y'all? What's up? Hey, Nate.
What up?
Y'all know I gotta play my music before we start. Let's see. Like this song. What you doing? Where you at?
You got plans. Don't say that. I'm sipping wine. Sick in a row. I look too good
To be alone.
My house clean. My pool warm. Just shake smooth
Like a newborn.
We should be dancing, romancing in the east swing and the west swing of this mansion is happening.
In my song. It's gonna be straight from the heart.
So if you try to play things up, I'ma leave the door open.
I'ma leave the door open.
I'ma leave the door open, girl.
Bruno Mars always come out with something nice. Hey, Jackie, how you doing? Tell me that you're coming. You're so sweet, so tight, so tight.
I won't fight.
All right, you guys. Now, tonight's topic, I'm not sure if you've seen it, but tonight we will be talking about red flags. Red flags. When you're in a relationship or when you're talking to somebody, maybe getting to know somebody. Red flags. Do you ignore them? Do you notice them? What are red flags? So, according to the internet, a red flag can be a character trait, a certain habit, behavior, or any kind of beliefs or core values of someone else that makes your intuition sound off. This can be an issue in the present moment or something that you may see as a potential problem down the line.
I'm just gonna say for those of us that hate people, everything is a red flag. So
Wait, for what? Say that again.
I said for those of us that hate people, everything is a red flag.
What do you mean?
I believe in life, there's some people that are just meant to be single because everything aggravates them. I'm just saying. We all know somebody that's just miserable by themselves and miserable when they with people. So everything can be a red flag.
True, or can that just be like a turn off? Do you think there's a difference? Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
there's a difference.
I'm trying to think what's some people name that really don't like people, stick to themselves all the time.
Like the introverts?
Introverts. And then they get in a relationship and they feel like they're happy for like 3 weeks. And then they start thinking to themselves like, damn, I got this person at my house every day, or damn, this person keep touching this. There you go. It could be a red flag right there.
I know somebody like that.
I know a bunch of people like that.
I'll be like, damn, you ain't never gonna be with nobody, yo. You ain't never, like, seriously, like, you can't even stay in that person's house for like an hour because it's gonna be.
They trying to kick you out. Like, yeah, it's time for you to go. I gotta. You be like, but it's 6 o'clock. What do you mean I gotta go? I gotta get ready for bed. What? Yeah, I know people like that too.
No, I do know
I know
someone like that.
I know people you go to their apartments and they only got one spoon, one knife, one fork, one bowl.
Oh nah, I ain't never run into.
I'm watching.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so they really don't like people. So they go to work, come home, turn the TV on, and don't do nothing. Have to drag them out the house, and then when you over at their spot, they be like, "Yeah, nah, I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to bed. It's 6 o'clock."
Well, I would think for the other person that would be a red flag for them to get up out of there.
Some people like that though.
Some people do, but I think that a lot of times, well, I don't know. I think that we've all ignored red flags, like when talking or dealing with somebody.
Run over them like speed bumps.
Yep.
You know what it is? Is that we see the red flag, and in our mind we be like, "Well, this person could change." And then
I think
after,
the red flags that you see in people are their true characteristics.
Say it again, Kia. You sound low.
Oh, the red flags that you see in people are their true characteristics.
Mm.
yeah,
Y'all can
Does that
y'all
go
can hear
under
me?
flaws?
I mean, it might be a flaw for you, or you might think it's a flaw, but somebody else might like it. Like they say it's always somebody for somebody,
Right.
right? So you might, as something we might see as a flaw or red flag, somebody else might see as positivity.
Yeah, that's true. But what would be a red flag?
Oh,
Jackie said red flags are defined differently for everyone. I think that that's true to an extent.
A red flag can be inconsistency. It could be a liar.
Yep.
start out with a little lie.
Inconsistency.
Things. And to me, red flags are always seen in the beginning of relationships. You can start to see them in the middle, towards the end. They can pop up.
It was kind of hard hearing you.
Oh, it is. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you could. Now I can hear you better now.
I said red flags don't necessarily have to mean like the beginning of the relationship. They can come in the middle. They can be towards the end.
Hmm.
I think red flags are the true definition of who that person is. That's just who they are. Like I said, when you're dealing with inconsistency or you're dealing with a liar or you know what I'm saying, like it's just who that person is. And when you see those signs, I think you should bring it up.
Right. I agree with that. I um I think that red flags, like you said, inconsistency, somebody that's lying. Maybe it can even be like me, or somebody that might be late. That could be a red flag to somebody else. Like, oh, this person is always late or whatever. That could be a red flag. People that be believing their own lies, making up lies, even their own lies. That could be a red flag, I think.
And let's not get it twisted. Red flags are always bad. Because red means danger. Red means blood. Red means violation. Red means stop. Damn it. So whatever you're doing, stop it.
Right. And
But
it's
that might just be somebody else's cup of tea. So there's somebody out there that loves a liar.
And they toxic.
somebody out there that loves a liar. Like they know
Yeah,
that the person lies and they.
like somebody that like this. Like I think drama's a red flag. If somebody likes to be stuck in drama all the time, I
Yup,
can't.
that's a
But
red flag.
on the other hand, there's some people that love to be in drama.
I
If they
think
don't
that's
have
a red
drama in
flag.
their life, they don't feel like they living. So, like I
Yeah.
said, that might be a red flag to me. But somebody else might be like, "Oh, I love her. She's the best of the." I
Yep, that's just like somebody that's an alcoholic could be a red flag, but to the next person, they be like, "Oh, I'm an alcoholic with them." I
well, at least they
guess.
don't do crack. What? I
um,
you want?
Jakeem said red flag also depends upon that individual, what that individual has been through in their past. Because in order for someone to recognize a red flag, they have had to experience something personally. I like that. Why you put that, Kaz? What's up? I like that. So, I wonder, like, for I don't know, as a woman, I think that when younger, anyways, I feel like I would have ignored red flags like way more
All
than
of
what I do now. Like now, I try to, for the most part, I ain't perfect, but for the most part, I try to like, okay, wait, or this look, just like Jakeem said, like this situation looked familiar, or this type of pattern looks familiar. And if it's something negative that, well, if I feel like it's something negative, or if something like he had said, people, they could hide who they are or things that they deal with or who they really could be. People could hide that good, but at some point it's gonna start coming to the surface. So you can find out midway in a relationship, you'll start seeing flags like. But then I wonder though, I wonder if you could see them from the beginning and you might not notice
like you
after the honeymoon phase.
after the lust phase and your eyes go like this, you be
Start
like,
opening
oh
up wise.
hell no, I don't even like this person. What the
Oh wait,
hell?
so Natalie said hi. Hi Natalie, what's up, girl? So yesterday I went out with my coworkers and we kind of were talking about the topic and my show and stuff. So they was like saying things, and they was like, oh, when you put your phone, we were talking about when a man or a woman puts their phone face down at night or anytime, that's a red flag. Somebody said if a man has dirty socks and their socks are not clean, that's a red flag.
And look, I'm walking around in these though with socks. So I mean, hey, whatever. Those aren't like characteristics though. Those are just things people do. Like
Right. That's
my
what I
phone,
said. I think it's a difference.
my phone got a clip in the back of it, so I can't really put it on the back because the clip makes it stand up funny. So of course I'm gonna turn my phone over. But I don't care who
Oh,
answers my phone because ain't no drama on my phone. You can answer it. So I mean,
right.
so
Right.
and socks,
These are just some things they were saying. I'm trying to think about what else they were saying.
what else they
That was
say?
like,
What else did they say?
if you gotta, they was talking about because what if you gotta get up and go, like if you in a relationship, you gotta get up and go answer your phone somewhere else. They was like, that's a red
That's
flag.
definitely a red flag.
A man that when you go on a first date and the man don't pay for the first date, like not saying that a woman is not gonna pay for the next date, but if the man doesn't pay for the first date, that's a red flag. That's what they red flag.
How? Okay, I'm gonna rock with you on that one. I'm gonna rock with you on that. I don't
I
agree, but I'm gonna rock.
I think that the man should pay for the first date. Like I am willing to pay, I don't mind, but I feel like when it's the first date, like be a gentleman. Like some people still like to be, I think that's
Hey,
not a bad
remember,
thing.
remember, y'all women wanted the equal rights stuff and equal
Here we go with
opportunity.
this. Here we go with
So,
this.
I mean, if the first date ain't going too good, he might just look at you like, "So you got your half? That lobster look good. I hope you got your half."
I'ma always have my half, but I'm just saying I feel like
I
first
mean,
date, that might be right to some extent, but you never know.
for the chivalry thing, you might want to go half. The guy get the food, the girl get the drinks or something. Just to make it seem like equal.
Maybe on the first date, I don't know.
Because these new guys out here, they looking for women with money too. So they like, look, I can't be paying for everything, man. You gotta have some kind of something. What you offering? You better not say no eyelashes either. 'Cause I don't need none of those. What
Ah,
you offering? So,
I don't
but
know.
us men, if we like the girl and we think everything moving in the right direction, we be like, yeah, take my car, let me pay for that, girl. So we doing after this.
Wait, what you want? You
And then
say
she
one.
busts out, I got that bottle of Henny at the crib. Red flag, but
Wait, why is that a red?
You drinking Henny for? You better have some wine at the house. You got Henny?
Wait, so why is that a red flag?
For me, I'd be like, so you got Henny at the crib? You ain't got no. The older me now would be like, you still drinking Henny? You ain't got no wine at the house.
What if you have both?
I'd be more in tune to go over there. Like, all right, you over there with a half a bottle of Henny. I'm like,
I don't know if we're gonna go back to your crib, okay?
yeah, all right.
Jack, you said it's hard to see them in the beginning because you can be a red flag yourself and don't even know it.
That's true. A lot of people, both sides gonna have their red flag. That's why I said it's traits. It's like, what traits are you comfortable with in somebody? Like, because if I go back to your crib, I meet a girl and I go back to the crib with her, and her house is filthy, her room is filthy, she got stuff everywhere. I'm like, well, this will be my last time over here.
This is my last one.
Her bag's still on the floor, but she got on some Balenciagas. I'm like, yeah, her priority is right. I might not be sticking around. Yo, this is nice. You kicking shit out the way to get in the house. She's like, don't mind me, I didn't get a chance to clean up today. This year, nigga.
Yo, I'm not even gonna invite you over to my home if it's not clean. Like what? Oh,
yeah, see, cats and dogs shitting everywhere. She like, don't worry, I'm gonna clean that up later. I'm like, oh no.
Oh no, that's definitely a red flag.
This gonna be the last time I see you. Damn, and I paid for that meal. Wow.
Natalie said not the eyelashes. Yo, so here was some red flags I looked up. I see lack of communication. I'm sorry, I think that's a real red flag. Like, I think that's a serious red flag.
But okay, so on your first, I want to say on your first 3 dates, what kind of real communication are you doing?
Just getting to know each other, basically, I feel like.
And basically, when you getting to know people, we already know everybody bragging like, yeah, you know, I do this and that, and yeah, I got this, and you know, I'm about to do this, and so the first, them be straight, you know, both. I'm not gonna say lies. We just gonna say, you know, impression. We trying to impress the other person.
Right.
We all been with somebody where we've been like, oh, they do this and this. Oh my God, look, she do this and this, and then she says she in school, she about to become a doctor. Then you find out that she just failed the CNA class and she work at McDonald's.
Yo, you stupid.
But she's still thriving, you know, she trying to get back up there. You be like, all right. I dated a girl, right? We went at a front house on not off of what street is that? Anyway, we was at some friend house and we was talking, and she was amping me up like, yeah, I'm about to go to school. You know, I got a scholarship. Da, da, da. So I was all excited, like, okay, this is a good one. She going to school.
Right,
like, girl, what you going to school for? She said to do hair. And I was like, to do hair? You got a scholarship to do hair? What the hell? Wait a minute.
With that? What if she end up doing celebrity? What if she end up doing big time?
There was nothing wrong with that, but the way she made it seem like she got this big scholarship to go to school for like 4 years, and I was like, okay. And she was like, she doing hair. I'm like, hair? Oh, okay. What do you want to do with the hair? And she was just like, you know, I'm going to learn how to do braids and extensions, and I'm just looking at her like, all right.
Hey, that's messed up. What if that was a goal of hers? You over there trying to just, that's not nice.
Right there when she said that, I already knew. I was like, well, it's probably going to be the last time I talk to her. So you got a scholarship to learn how to braid. I can take you to my aunt's house. She can teach you right now. Like,
so you trying to say that you pay attention to red flags like ASAP?
Oh, now I do. Like when I was younger, like I said, it was like speed bumps because, like I said before, I wasn't really interested in really getting in relationships. So when you go start getting interested in relationships and think about being with somebody, you start thinking about, you know, craziness like, oh, so Yeah, you used to do what? You used to boost. Oh, okay. Um, you still do this? Like the outfit
People
is nice. You still got the
people
tabs on the back.
change.
I can see that. So you start to think about these things.
I mean, I can see that.
Like you ever get in a dude car and the car filthy? Got
Most guys keep their cars clean, I believe. I feel like,
so you
but
date the
yeah,
guy and you get in his
yeah,
car. He got a toaster in the back seat, some gym shorts, some socks, newspapers from like 3 years ago, McDonald's containers.
that's a red flag, right?
You get in the car, he like, hold on, look, let me put this in the back real quick. And you just like, the back, you need to throw that away. What the red flags? Be a hoarder or something. So
Red flags. And then another one is irresponsible, immature, and unpredictable. So it says some people have trouble mastering basic life skills like taking care of themselves, managing their finances. That is that a red flag? Finances
um
and personal space. Holding on to a job and making plans for their life and future.
I mean, everybody nowadays claim they get money, so like you gotta decide if that's something you decided to get into. Because once you get into a relationship or take it to marriage or whatever, you know y'all, especially if y'all go live together or whatever, you gotta realize who financing what. She really gonna be a asset or a liability.
Right.
So that could be that could be a serious red flag.
Right. Especially if somebody if somebody some people sometimes if somebody already kind of been through that and they already worked themselves out of that, they might be fearful to deal with somebody that just might be starting to work on their finances and trying to be better. Or somebody, if you notice that, like you said, every time they turn around, you got this name brand, this designer, this, but you ain't got none of your savings. You don't have no 401k. You don't have no life insurance.
You ain't got no bad frame. Yeah, you right.
No bad frame.
But you fresh to death. That's the problem. I walk right out your house like, well, where's your
Yeah,
apartment?
honestly, some stuff like that, I won't. Yeah, I don't know. I pay attention to stuff like that because I just be like, that's it.
This this dating guru said he don't understand why people on the first dates don't ask about credit scores, and I'm like, you're not really thinking that far ahead in the future when you really start talking to somebody. You're not like, yeah, she got good credit, so I'm gonna get my credit right and we gonna do this together. You just be like, you just be in that bliss state.
Yeah, but I think that I don't know. Now that I'm older, a lot of different things cross my mind. Now that I'm older, like
Now when you
versus
meet
when
a
I was
guy,
younger.
now when you meet a guy, you like, nigga, you got goals.
For
What
real,
goals
you
you
live with
got?
your mom. You have goals. Are you doing anything with yourself? You gotta be doing something with yourself.
See, so I mean, as a guy,
You
if I was dating now, that'd probably be my first question. Like, so what do you do? So you got a small business? So you working? How long you been working here? What's your credit score? Where did your car pay for? You paid for that? Or you financing that? Like, you gonna refinance that? I'd be asking questions. She'd be like, this nigga crazy. He might
Yeah,
be a
like why you
scammer.
asking me all those questions? All right, I don't think I'm about to be calling you back. Wait, Jakeem said something. He said, what if that person isn't good at managing finances because they weren't taught that, but they are great at domestic life? Is that a red flag because they can be taught to manage finances? I agree with you. That is
That's
very
true.
true. So that's what I was saying, Jakeem. For some people, they might be like, oh no, I already got my financial stuff down pat. I don't want to wait for this person to. And I don't think that's right. I think that's somebody trying to better themselves and work on themselves. And I think that, I would be willing and open to do that because I'm not perfect. It's something I'm going to have to work on. So at the end of the day, I get that. But if I just see somebody just splurging,
Recklessly.
spending money, and then nothing positive is coming out of this, but you being flashy. I don't like shallow people like that. So for me, it would be like a no-go. I can't be out the door. But I definitely agree with you. Like, you can learn that. And I don't think you should throw away a relationship because of that, if the person is willing to work on it.
And that's the key word right there, willing to work on it. If they're not willing to work on it, that's definitely a red flag. You can't be with a
Right.
girl that's telling you she need help paying her rent, but then she want to go out to the club every day and pop bottles and get the newest this and newest that, but she telling you she can't pay her rent and bills. I mean, some
Right.
niggas would be like, "Don't worry, girl, I take care of you. I got you." Nah, that's definitely a red flag to me because you ain't about to sink my ship. Nah.
She about to match your credit card all the way out.
I'd be that nice guy
Tyshawn,
like, here you go, baby. Take this credit card. Do what you need to do. Next thing I know, it's nothing but purses on there. Her rent still ain't paid. The
for
hell?
real. Nope, that might be a user. Tyshawn, what's up? We're talking about red flags. He said we all have strengths and weaknesses. Exactly.
True.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, how does that fall under the umbrella of red flags, your strength and your weakness, or just like a turn off? Like, I kind of think it all kind of intertwines with each other in a way.
Like I said, it's about what you can deal with. It's about what you personally can deal with somebody.
True.
Like I love clean spaces. So, if I love clean spaces, I always want to be in a clean space, and I meet somebody that's not that clean. It's like, can I deal with this? Or how is this gonna affect me? Is this gonna make me upset every day? Or like that's why I said we all ran through red flags like speed bumps sometimes. But then as you get older, you sit back and you just think about it like, yeah, I'm not gonna let this happen again.
Right. That's when I say as you get older, it's like you want to try to, as much as you might want to try to give that person a chance, I feel like as much as you got to look at things for sometimes what it is, because when you lack judgment with that, you could end up being hurt or dealing with, maybe something that you dealt with in your past that you don't want to deal with no more because you decided to ignore that. So it's like, at what point do you be like, okay, I need to pay attention to this pattern. Jakeem said, I believe that knowledge of self is so important. Me too, amen. Because when you really know who you are, you can now advance your life and someone else's. You speaking that knowledge, Jakeem. I agree. I do agree. Knowledge of self is so important. Very important.
Like I said, how many people know themselves though? How many people do you know actually know who they are? There's people that's 40, 50, 60 that still don't know who they are. They still out there doing nonsense because they don't know who they are.
Yeah. I think when you I think part of finding who you are is a part of your purpose in life too. Because I feel like we all been put on this earth to do something. Like, it don't matter, if it's big or if it's small, but I feel like that's a part of you finding self. Like that once you find that, I think you on the right path of finding self. Tyshawn said most people these days work hard at hiding flaws.
Yep.
See, I'm the opposite. I want you to know my flaws. Like, I don't know. I just feel like as we get older, time. We talked about this on the last show. Like, time is just ticking. Like, time is not waiting for anybody. So I feel like I don't want to go through that. Like we always say, the little lust and honeymoon phase, and like you might not know some things. Like, I would want to be open and honest, not to scare the person away, but it's like an honest conversation. Like, and I feel like then you could leave it up for that person and vice versa to decide if they want to deal with you, or deal with what you bring to the table, not only the good, but also things that you may be working on and you may have to continue to work on. Like, I feel like that should be honest conversations in the beginning when you meet somebody. Like, trying to hide them for what? They're going to eventually surface. But I feel like you got to be honest about it in order for it to work.
Well, that's usually like in that 3 week, a month first phase of that luster phase when you're not really seeing no flaws. You're like, oh, she gorgeous. She got a fat ass. oh, look at them lips, oh, this and that. You're not really looking at like, damn, did she brush her teeth this morning? Like, you're not really, you're not really looking at stuff like that. You just in that lust phase. And a lot of people, they don't like to hear what their flaws is. You can tell somebody, and they'll get mad at you because they're not really ready to deal with it. So
That's true. If
you could
they're
be
not
telling
ready to,
straight up the truth, the straight truth, and they just don't want to hear it. So
yep, that is so true. Some people, when they're not ready to deal with themselves and deal with the stuff that they know they need to, or they ain't gonna want to receive it. Okay. Hold on. All right, loving the interaction, you guys. Jakeem said, people are afraid to know who they are. Do you realize that there are some people who never look in the mirror because they are afraid to see what reflects back at them? Yep. Until we can learn how to not point the finger, but use the thumb to analyze ourselves, we will never grow. I agree. I agree with that. Tyshawn said, real talk, I fart in my sleep and I eat like a savage. So what's up right off the gate? Right? That's what I'm saying. Oh my God. No, for real. That's what I'm saying. Like, because in reality, like we all have things. But like you said, it's up to that person if they want to be like, I don't know if I want to deal with that or not. So, it's like showing stupid. No, but for real, like that's how it should be. Like, not to scare the person, but just be real about it. Like, this is me. This is who I am. But unfortunately, again, like they said, a lot of people they don't know themselves.
at the beginning of the relationship, no one does that. I don't know no one that's
That's
like,
true.
yeah, this is what I do right here. Talking to this
I
girl
said
too, talking to
it
this
should be
girl
more
too.
of a thing, though.
I'm never working in my life. I plan on using all your money, girl. Nah, I never met somebody like that. What time you go to work? Because I need to take your car when you go to work so I can go pick up this other broad. Yeah, ain't
Yeah,
no.
not happening.
Right there, you're gonna be like, so I'm gonna pay for this meal myself.
Right. I'll be like,
I'm out.
nice knowing you.
See, so
So another one is,
He will get the
hey
genie
Kia.
blink. He'll get the oh shit, wait a minute. He will get the genie blink with that right there. I'm listening to y'all. I ain't saying nothing, but I'm listening. Listen. Yeah, like he don't want to pay off rent, forgot his wallet and all that corny. Listen, you will get the genie blink.
Yep.
And you will be disappeared fast. And I'm gonna call my friend and talk about you. And you might get subbed on Facebook, okay?
Yo, like what
Okay.
nigga did
I'm
not
I'm
just
going back on mute now. I'm going back on mute.
okay. Kia silly yo. Tyshawn said if she say okay, you win the money. Yo, right? If she be like, I'm down with that. You know how much, but you know how easier that would be for somebody to just like open up and then somebody like, I'm down with that.
well, you might get somebody that's what they want. They might be like, I got money and I want to take care of my man or my girl, and you don't have to do nothing. You never know. You might get somebody that's just like, yeah, that's exactly. You just gonna be around to hug me and hold me when I'm home. Yes, that's what I need. You never know, but if you tell the truth, you'll find out what you need to know.
Right. Okay. So another one is lack of trust. When a person has difficulty being honest with himself or herself, it may be hard for them to be honest with you. Some of this behavior may not be calculated and malicious, but simply a learned way or habit of coping. So I don't know if that, I mean,
Yeah,
lack of
lack of
trust.
trust is a hard one.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like a red flag. I mean, it might be something to where somebody might have
Yeah, I
to
can say, from like a guy's perspective, lack of trust, and you dealing with a girl, and she's always, can you hear me?
yep.
So hold on, let me take this internet stuff off. So lack of trust. You dealing with a girl that's always, or a man that's always been cheated on, and now they got that wall up and they guard it. You know, they're gonna suspect you of doing things like I said, if you're not doing the regular stuff you usually do. Like if you always come home at 5 and all of a sudden you come home at 6 one time, they thinking about their last experience. So they like, yeah, you was out with this bitch and da-da-da. And you just like, whoa, I just did some overtime. Wait a minute. Where are you coming from? Like, but like I said, that's something you gotta deal with if you gonna be with that person. You gotta build that trust back up.
Right, you got to help them through it. But that's the thing is, to me, it always goes back to you have to be willing to want to become better. Like, that's a red flag to me if I'm with you and I'm like, okay, you know, we both trying to be better. We both trying to, you know, elevate. And you just like, even with all the help, even with all, you know, me being by your side trying to help you out, and you still just like, you don't want to be better, that is a big red flag to me. I'm always down for somebody that's willing to try. But when you just like be like on some whatever,
Clock
like
your ass.
I'm content with working at KFC type of stuff, like
But I'm making $100 a week, girl. You gonna get paid. All the free French fries you could eat.
yeah, and not even financially either, just like even mentally or emotionally, or you know, if you have your little flaws that you need to work on, then you gotta at some point try to work on, or you at some point, like Joaquin said, you gotta look in the mirror and see yourself for what it really is and say, okay, because stuff like that, like when you don't look at yourself and look at the things that's wrong with you or things you need to work on, that could tarnish your relationship. So somebody that doesn't want to work on themselves, they can't. If you don't want to work on yourself, how can you be good for somebody else? That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Oh, here go another one. Significant family and friends don't like your partner. If there is something off about this person that seems obvious to those who know you so well, you may need to listen to what they're telling you. It says
Uh,
hearing criticism about your newbie love may not be welcome, but others may see things more clearly from an outsider's perspective. I don't know about. I don't know
that one
about that.
that one is kind of it's true. That's like a 50-50 thing. Cause you have your perspective from the inside of the relationship and other people are looking at you. And like I said before, it might be some things you can deal with that they wouldn't deal with.
Right.
So
Right,
that's
but
like
and that's from their perspective.
exactly.
So I'm sorry, go ahead.
So like I said, it's a 50-50 thing. Like if somebody's telling you, you know, this person's a bum, he not trying, da da da. Look at him, he just sitting home being lazy, he not doing nothing. And that's from their perspective. But you know, on the other end, you know, you taking him to interviews and he going out to interviews and he trying to get jobs and he got plans to do this or that, or
Right.
he registered for school or he want to be in the army or you know, he thinking about doing something with his life. He just trying to figure out how to do it. You know,
Right.
that's their perspective that he's not doing nothing.
Right. So I seen Honey B, shout out to Honey B. She put a meme up of basically it was a guy, he met a girl, they swapped numbers. The very next day, the guy texts her with a time, a date, a place to take her out on a date. So underneath that was different people that she knew, like her homegirls, family, their perspectives on the message that he sent her. Some of the people were saying, oh, he's controlling, don't go out with him. Who is he to tell you to be ready at this time? It was like, sir, it was a bunch of different perspectives about what the guy was trying to do to court her. And that could just be from your experience. That could be from something you might have dealt with. So I don't know if I like the listen. I mean, like I do agree that to some extent, sometimes people can see what you can't, but you got to be real careful with that. I think it's like a thin line with that because somebody could be pouring what they went
Salt.
through on you.
Hmm. They pouring salt on something they know nothing about.
Right. All right. We got some comments. Let's see them. What's up, Rondell? He said, you can only trust people to be who they are. And like y'all said, it's about if you're willing to deal with it. It's about effort and wanting to share happiness with who you choose to be with. Can't be comfortable or complacent. It takes work and being true to yourself first. Yep. Everybody is just spitting some. I like this.
Look at all these facts and knowledge.
Look at all
Look at
these
it.
facts and all this knowledge from my black people. That's what I'm talking about. Tyshawn, what you laughing at? What's up? What's up, Nine? She said, but people can always point other people's false flaws. Meanwhile, theirs ain't shit. Oh, girl, yes, talk
That's
about
true.
that. Very true. They always could say and point out something that's going on with your relationship or with the person you date or even about yourself. But they can't see nothing that's going on in their relationship or they don't want to see it. That's very true.
I know he cheating, but he loves me. He ain't going nowhere.
Right. But your man, he need to go get a job.
You like,
well, he cheating on you with your car while you at work. Okay. You know, it's always easy to point out somebody else's stuff. I think too when somebody always saying like they don't have time, they have time, or somebody that always just want to do like a lot of texting, don't want to pick up the phone, something going on right there. I think that's red flags. Something going on. So another one, oh, this is what we were just talking about, controlling behavior. So it says a partner may attempt to divide and conquer, driving a wedge between you and other significant people in your life. They may be jealous of your ongoing relationships with these people or simply feel the need to control where you go and who you associate with, limiting your world to allow what and only what is important to them. That's a big red flag.
I mean, sometimes
you don't
it
need
is.
nobody but me, baby. You don't need your family.
I mean, I don't know about your family. If you ain't bringing your family with you, there's an issue there. Y'all need to work that out.
Listen.
But some of them girlfriends we need to chop off. Some of them girlfriends ain't good for you. You need to get rid of some of them. But family, I would never tell nobody to get rid of their family.
People do that all the time.
Oh, that's crazy. I couldn't handle that because I'm not. I would choose. I couldn't date somebody. I would never choose the person I'm dating over my family. That's a
Like,
little.
how you mad every time I go see my family?
Yeah, that's a little weird right there.
I
I
think
can't
that
talk to
goes.
my sister.
I think that goes into on a level of like with abuse. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
Yo, people like that was raised in the basement.
They was raised in what?
In the
Basement.
They wasn't
I
around
believe
people.
you.
Because nobody in the world should want to take you from the loved ones. Those type people were held captive in the basement. They don't know the value of family, so
Yeah.
yeah.
But then it do be the guys to where they just said, oh, your friend, she's not no good for you, or she's a hoe. I don't want you chilling with her.
Now, see your friends. On the other hand, look as a male looking in on certain females, you just be like, yeah, you don't need to be chilling with her.
That's
Cause
how we feel too with y'all men.
same thing. Vice versa goes both ways.
Yeah.
So if you uncomfortable with a dude chilling with his friend like he is, you chilling with that girl is like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I know your girl. I used to see her coming back and forth from Hotel 8 every other weekend. What you be doing?
Well,
Chilling
you
with her
know
all
what,
the
Nate?
time.
That's what I never did. I never judged like friends because of what they do. I'm gonna get you for what you do. Your friend could be with a different girl every day. I don't care. You better be smart enough not to do what he do, because when you do, you know I'm coming for you. I don't know how his lady may handle him, but you need to be worried about how I'm gonna handle you. So you can go out and chill and have fun, but when he start being stupid, I would advise you to be smart.
I advise you to tread
I know,
lightly.
because I could be chilling with a friend who is a little loose. That don't mean that I'm loose. She's her, and I'm me. So, you know.
That's true.
Tyshawn said, real talk, you are the average of the people you hang with.
That's
Not
kind of
necessarily.
true. Kind of true.
I got all kind of friends.
Right. I got all kind of friends.
I got all kind of
Okay.
friends. I got friends
And
that'll do stuff that the next one won't, and I share with both of them. So
Yep.
not
that make
necessarily. Sometimes that can be true, but not necessarily.
well that'll
You
make you
gotta you
well
gotta have a
rounded because you got a
you
lot of
gotta have a
friends
group
that
of
you
people. You gotta have a group of people that have their own mindset. Because
Yep.
just cause Shantae wanna go rob a bank tomorrow, I love her to death, but I ain't going.
I see you when you get back, girl.
Let me drop $40.
Let me hold the money for you. Let me hold the money for
Drop
you.
$40.
Well, a well diverse group of friends make you well rounded, so you get to see everything. There's a lot of
Yep.
people in Hartford that just got a couple friends that live on a street, and all they do is get up in the morning and stay on a street. Like
Yeah. You got that too.
so,
Yeah, I want to say I think I'm well rounded. I got all different kind of friends. Like we all just not the same. And even as you know, I realized like as you get older, you realize that too. When you start looking like, yo, me and my friends, we really different, but we still able to come together, even with how different we might be. And
and
but
then when
then you
all your
got them
friends
people, that all they know about is the turn of like, so all they friends, that's all they about. That's it.
and you
All
be
my
looking at them like, so you still churning up, huh? Well, I gotta
It's
go to work.
Wednesday. You've been turning up since Saturday. You still turning up, huh?
Like I said, I used to be that person. Wednesday, Tuesday through
Sunday,
Saturday.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Tuesday
Friday.
through Saturday. We at the bar, we at the club. We at the bar, we at the club. We at the bar, we at the club. And then one day we just woke up like, wait a minute, this is costing me money. What the hell?
A lot of money.
So, you start seeing your friends doing good stuff and you just like, I can't keep doing this. Let me follow the path. How you start doing this? How you start? That's how you did this? Let me change my life. Let me do this. And that's how
Right,
you begin to grow. But like I
right.
said, some people got friends that don't do that. All they do when I drive through Hartford now, I still see people I know chilling outside. Like it's still a block. And I'm like, what up?
They be
what,
like,
what you up to? Word, yeah.
but see,
Nah, I
and I
can't
know
do this
people.
today. But I come through this week and I take a sip with you or something. I gotta go do some stuff, but you gotta grow. If they're not growing, you start to just be like, you start to put yourself away from them. If you don't, you're gonna be in that same situation. So
Right, right. Rondell said, facts, Nate. We definitely had to get off the club shit. Yo, I remember being young. Y'all always was going to the club. I remember that. Y'all
yo,
always was going to the club.
the kitchen, we used to stay at the strip club giving away all the ones to all the girls because we felt like we was too good for the ones. Now looking back on that, I'm like, nigga, them ones was money.
Right? We don't waste a
So
lot. Imagine adding all of that up now.
give me a bottle of Armadale at the strip club. A bottle? You know how much that bottle was? But we wanted to be flashy and fly at the strip club.
Yep. Trying to scout. Mm-hmm. Tyshawn said, in
Trying to
moderation,
stunt.
it's cool. Yep, in moderation, it's cool. I agree. He said, but you in the same spot year after year. I got to get out of the way.
Facts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Facts.
And you're not
Just
trying to
facts.
elevate.
Like I said, when you start growing up, after a while, you start looking around and you just like, oh no, this is not it. And then look, when we was younger, like no, I should say when I was younger, people wasn't really traveling. Like until I turned 30, I had never left the country.
Mm.
So now everybody like, yeah, let's go to Puerto Rico, let's go to here, let's go there. And some people still don't do that. Some people still can't leave where they're at. So I
Yeah, you be
mean,
like, yo, let's get let's get our passport. Passport, nigga, I'm about to be on the block.
you just be like,
And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong because I still chill. I'm forever gonna be the hood always gonna be in me. So I still chill, but I'm about so much more. You feel me? Like it's more than just TZ might be chilling, whatever. Like nah, it's like so much more. But if you just don't judge a book, I mean not judge a book by its cover, but if you just that person that's not doing something, then I can't Like Tyshawn said, eventually I'm gonna just like,
You gonna start moving. You gonna start moving without them. You gonna be like, oh, y'all want to do this? Oh, y'all can't. Y'all got okay, and then you just go off, and eventually you gonna meet somebody that's like, oh, you do this too? Oh, let's go out. Let's.
or you know, then you realize that you have certain friends for certain things too. So
That's when your friends start looking at you like you acting different. You don't come around no more. You like, my bad, but I got things to do.
I hope I'm motivating you.
I hope. Would you like to come?
Yeah, you stupid.
Yeah,
So
I used to try to drag my boys out to Rhode Island with me all the time. Yo, y'all want to come? Y'all want to come? You want to come? Do you want to come? It was all like, nah, nah. I just get in the car and drive out myself. Bye.
oh.
I,
So now I have one that says feeling insecure in a relationship. So you may often feel that you don't know where you stand in a relationship. Rather than moving forward, building on shared experiences that should be strengthening your connection, you feel uncomfortable, uncertain, or anxious about where it is heading. You may seek reassurance from your partner, but somehow those are they're going to be fleeting. As a result, you may be working double duty to keep the relationship on track while your partner contributes little. I mean, I don't I don't know if it's a red flag, but I feel like, the insecurities, those I feel like that always come from something that you dealt with in your past relationship.
yeah.
Um, I don't know if it could be a red flag to somebody. What's up, Rondell?
Jelly Dell, what
Hey,
up?
yo, they just have you cracking up with the Armadillo in the strip club, bro.
Let me get a bottle of Armadillo and a bottle of Belly.
Right? Yo,
That'll
oh man,
be two
that's
hundred and
crazy,
seventy dollars. Just bring it. What?
man. Listen, that's wild,
Just acting up.
but nothing.
So if your partner is feeling insecure in a relationship, right? And
Uh,
you know that it might be an insecurity of theirs with, let's say, for example, I don't know, cheating. Let's just say cheating. And you know that your partner has that type of insecurity. Like, is that something that you're gonna like kind of, because you know that, are you gonna help them kind of like work on it? What would you do on your end to try to make your partner feel comfortable when it comes to something like that?
I mean, you would have to be mindful of what they've been through. That's gonna take it's gonna take a lot of trust on their part, but it's gonna take a lot of sincerity. Like you got to be sincere and consistent about what you do with that person.
Yeah.
You can't give them those types of triggers that used to get to them before.
I didn't hear you because the phone, it just,
I'm in the
everything
store. Hold
just,
on a second. I'll answer y'all in
okay.
a minute.
Nate, what about you?
You know what? It's hard. It's hard to massage people's insecurities. Like if a person's not willing to work on their insecurities, especially with like cheating and trust issues, it's just gonna be hard. You have to say to yourself, am I gonna deal with this, or is that, like you said, a red flag? Like some people don't want to deal with that. You don't want to have somebody constantly going through your phone and ain't nothing in your phone, or
What up,
checking
bro?
your drawers, your drawer pocket, you're always in your
Yeah,
car
I'll
searching for
see.
stuff when you know you're
Let's
not
see if
doing
it's
nothing.
more than one day.
People
Right,
won't put up with that.
If you come back tomorrow.
right.
So just like some guys, I know guys that used to follow girls when they say they going out with their friends and they follow them to like the club, make sure they at the club. And I'm like, if you doing this, dog, you might as well let that go, cause this gonna drive you crazy. So
But no, like I was saying, it's just like you said, you want to make sure that you're consistent and sincere about everything that you do with that person, knowing that they have that type of issue when they pass. Especially if it's dealing with insecurity, you don't want to be, especially with dudes, you don't want to be walking with her, looking at other females and rubbernecking and shit like that. And even with females, like for me, if I was an insecure type of dude, I'm not real athletic or big or muscular. You know what I'm saying? So me seeing my girl always paying attention to dudes that's big and tall and shit like that, if that would bother me. So I would expect my girl to be like, you know, look at me, not him. You know what I'm saying? You with me.
Look at the floor now.
Yeah, put your head down.
Put your head down. Go like this.
See, me, I'm comfortable with who I am. You know what I'm saying? So that stuff like that don't bother me, but I would understand. You know?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, not to say like Nate said, if the person not working on it, that we already know that's like. But if it's something that person working on, but it still could be a trigger for them.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
As your partner, you should like, you know.
Yeah,
I don't want to say tiptoe around, but you know, try to make them comfortable while they still getting through that phase, whatever the situation is.
Yeah. I mean, it's only right. I said everything is a two-way street. What men expect from women, they have to give women, and what women expect from men, they have to give men. It's not a one-way thing on that.
I agree. Oh, we just talking some real life positive stuff up here tonight.
You know, my biggest red flag is a selfish bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how I am. You can't ask of me what you're not willing to give me, because if I'm not getting what I'm giving,
hell no.
I don't want you. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me don't cheat. Yeah, you can't tell me don't cheat or don't be inboxing and all this other stuff, but you do it. Wait. How does that work? You got to give me what you asking me for, and you will love me till death. And it won't be nothing I won't do. You know what I'm saying? But don't be trying to push me around in a relationship. Hell no.
Yo, he said, don't be trying to push me around. I didn't even think of that one, but that is a red flag.
That's like my number one thing.
Tiff, what up?
Hey. I'm in here today. It sounds like it sounds good right now.
All right, Daniel. So, you know, we're talking about red flags.
What's your red flags, Tiff?
Listening.
Okay. Red flags? Give me a second.
Well, I'm going to let you think.
My phone ringing. Hold up, my phone ringing. Give me 1 second.
I'm going to put you by. So another one is, it says a dark or secretive past. Behaviors that are suspect, illegal activities, and addictive behaviors that haven't been resolved and continue into your relationship are obvious red flags. But you shouldn't ignore or excuse anything that strikes you as strange or makes you feel uncomfortable. It says, of course, if a person has done the necessary corrective work and continues doing so for their own good and the good of the relationship, then that is a different story. And I think that's what we're all saying. Now, Nate, what kind of dark past you got going on?
Oh, you know my past.
Man.
I'm trying to correct that as we speak, though.
Niggas ain't in the streets no more. Damn.
I'm a good person, though. I got a good heart,
man. You grew up.
It took me a while to find myself, but I'm here.
Exactly. I'm here now. I'm still climbing the mountain, but I'm on my way up.
To the tip. I know that's right.
Like I said, it matters though. Like I said, some people are still in the streets, some people are still with the bullshit, and you know, that's where they comfortable at. You got to make yourself uncomfortable and jump out of that and do something else.
Right. Like, me going to this truck driver school is way out of my comfort zone, but I know I'm gonna get it done because I'm not gonna go all the way out there to fail.
Congratulations.
There you go. So, and then when you start taking them loads to Mexico, we could talk. Yeah.
Hey, man.
Nate, stop trying to do it. It just said illegal stuff.
He already know what to do.
I got that PPP money. You know what we could do.
Yeah. And it ain't nothing illegal. He already know, man.
Nothing illegal at all.
Yeah.
I think a red flag is when you date somebody and they done been in multiple relationships. Like, and they get out the relationship. I don't know, because nowadays I be seeing people say stuff like, oh, you know, of course you know, if you don't like that person, go on to the next. But at some point, I'm gonna be looking at you like, you just had 5 relationships in 1 year.
Right.
That's a red flag.
Hell yeah. You need some you time. You got to take some time to yourself and
Or
figure.
somebody that has multiple, like, big mothers, big fathers. Like, I feel like son right there is red flaggy-ish.
Yeah, something right.
She
Yeah,
said
Okay, I'm
red
ready,
something with
y'all. I
that
got a
flag-ish.
red
verbiage.
flag.
She said red flag-ish.
Yeah. We might
I
throw
used to
some
fix a
yellow
red
Red
flags
flag.
on
flags
that one.
are people who text very slow or they don't respond to important messages.
That's a
Whoa!
red
So like
flag for
you could
you.
be saying something real important. Like you could be saying something real important and then people probably will try to avoid it and be like, they'll talk about something else or whatever. So
Facts.
it's like
Facts. Yes.
That's
Facts.
a red flag.
That is a red.
yeah, because it's like, and then
Hell
especially
yeah.
if you're texting a person for too long, like we not kids anymore. So like that texting stuff is played out. You look when you grown, you looking for somebody like you trying to be talking to them like you been in high school, like you on the phone, y'all getting to know
All
each
night
other, y'all
long.
talking,
Mm-hmm.
Feet on the wall.
like because you would never really get to know who know each other like if we just texting, and then we can't really like say if I'm playing but you take my text as I'm sounding like I'm mean, but it's like
Mm-hmm.
you will never learn my personality or know
Right,
who I
you would
am because
text.
Yeah.
it's like you
Talk
struggling, you
your
fighting. Like
shit to
I'm trying to show you who I am, and then it's like,
You only do so much with an emoji.
talk your shit to.
right,
Let me tell you, that's
yeah, but I don't.
annoying.
And
Like,
then
yo,
sometimes you
cause
put up with that stuff for so long, but it's like, why? It's like right then and there, you just need to tell them what it is, what you want, what I want, or whatever. And if you can't live up to what I want, or I can't live up to what you want, let's end it. Why waste time and catch feelings and all this stuff? Like,
right,
I don't like to get upset. Nobody
for
wants to see that.
real.
Yeah.
Don't make me
I damn sure don't like my time wasted. Don't waste my
No,
time.
for real. Like that's just not that's big corny. I don't
Yeah.
care. Like, cause you can't always, especially if you're getting to know a person, like you're not gonna always be able to maybe understand through text. You might read a message the wrong way, or
Mm-hmm.
that you might in a tone that it might not even be like, nah.
Right, you could be all playing, and they be like, "What on a defense, and whatever."
It would see it'd be different if
And you
they hear
can't
your
be who
tone.
you really trying to be at the same time, because it's like you could really have a certain type of personality, and they just like downing you down. You like, ah man, like,
Right.
nah.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
girl.
definitely agree. That is a
I'm
red
on and
flag.
popping today. My phone is working. I'm
Right?
just so
I'm like,
happy.
finally
I
we
can
got
hear y'all.
Venus versus Mars. So don't get
He's
it.
very happy to be here.
No, for real,
I
that's a
treated
red
myself to a
flag.
good phone today.
Okay.
I know that's right.
Cause I
But
don't know.
yeah, big red flag. And why do y'all men do that? Why do y'all respond to only certain stuff? Like if a text message is sent, why are you picking and choosing what you about to respond to?
Huh?
Okay, I can answer this one, right? See, sometimes as a male, I look at my phone and I look at a message, and to me, it's just not important. Like, it depends on what we're talking about. So I
So
just
you
look
just
at it.
gonna disregard what that person's saying to you because to you
No,
it's not important?
but look, it depends on what I'm doing though. If we texting and I'm in the kitchen cleaning and you text me something and it's not really that important and I'm washing dishes, I'm thinking about getting this kitchen clean. I'm not thinking about you telling me what's going on a TV show or something. I'm like,
Wow.
I'll hit you later. Like,
You know
that's not a
you know what I think it is? I think it is a lot of men don't like to hear the actual facts about themselves.
What you said? A
That's
lot of men
people
what?
in
You
general.
send
Well,
a
mute
paragraph.
your
Ain't just
phone real
men.
quick.
I'm getting in.
When,
I heard something. What you said? A
so
lot of men.
when you send a paragraph and you cussing the dude out, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to
No,
hear it, so they're
no.
not gonna read it.
It's
And
not.
that's
I
why
wouldn't say no.
they'll respond back. You got 500 words in your text thread, and they got 3 in theirs when they send it back.
Nah, if you write me a
Nah, you know
paragraph,
what's
I'm
funny?
gonna call you. I'm not even gonna respond. I'm just
No,
gonna
I'm gonna
call you.
respond to that because you know what the
I
funny thing is? It's not that. it's not that we don't read it. Well, I can't speak for every man. I know with me, it's not that I don't read it. You know what I'm saying? If you cussing me out and there's a whole paragraph cussing me out, if I respond to a small part, it's because that's the part that's the problem. The
whole paragraph is the problem.
Is irrelevant
No.
So
to
what
the
if the
situation.
basically
That's
she
No.
she didn't
feeling
say
being
that she was
implemented
cursing
because
somebody
you got a
out?
problem with something.
No,
I'm
when
addressing
we
what the issue is as the man. You know what I
when
mean?
we send
See,
paragraphs,
see, and right there, that's what I'm talking
when we
about. When you,
send paragraphs from start to finish, it's a problem.
Y'all
All of it's a problem.
expecting us
and
to
that
Y'all
look,
worked
But
it.
that's the
Y'all
whole
worked your way up to a paragraph because if you can't answer little things, like if somebody's saying, "So what are we about to be?" or
oh no, we ain't answering that one.
you know, little
Yeah,
stuff.
like
It's like if you're not going to answer it, it's like that's
I don't
childish.
understand
That's
why you do that.
childish because nobody got time and ain't nobody wasting it. What you
That's
sitting here? How long do you want that person to
yeah.
keep going and sitting? And a woman will sit here like she will already have respect for you off the rip. And I'm just speaking like we start planning futures. We ain't trying to plan it, but I'm just saying
All
we
right,
so
No, you
real at
right.
the
You
fact.
right. Y'all
Hold
start
up, we
playing
so real
future.
at the fact that when we meet you, we like okay, like conversation getting all good or whatever, and we being real.
how is that
But
being real? That's
huh?
the thing. That's what I think a lot of people mess up at. Because men we do it. Men do it too. You can't be like you get into a situation and automatically giving it your all and be like I'm being real. That's not real.
Oh no,
You're
nobody
not
Look,
ain't
saying
saying
that.
like that.
this is
Nobody's
what
That's
I'm
saying
not
saying.
that.
real. You
This
know
is
what I'm
what
saying?
I'm saying. If the conversation,
I'm not saying
if the,
you in particular, but somebody get into a situation and they start giving their all right away. I mean, yeah, you're supposed to give your all to who you love, but
But
you
let's talk
start
about the
giving.
real people. We ain't talking about the people that ain't being real. We talking about real people, real situations in their hearts and how they feeling. So right
look,
now we talking about the
so
female that go. What you
so
about to
look,
say?
look. So to me, look, if you write me a paragraph about your feelings, I'm not texting you back. I'm gonna call you because we should be having a dialogue about that,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
you should
That's
be
something that
able
needs
to
to be
understand
talked
my
about.
expressions and my voice and where I'm coming
Yeah.
from.
Right.
You
I'm
need to
not gonna
hear
Now
that.
text
that's
you because
what needs to
the
be
text
said
is
because
gonna
it
be
should never
generic.
got to a paragraph.
The
It got to
text
a
gonna be
paragraph
generic.
because she's not
because
able to voice herself
yes, it
or
got to a paragraph
somebody's
because
playing
they want to
games.
say what they
Then
got to
look,
say.
then that's already a red flag right there. Because
It's
if
a
y'all
red
not
flag.
if you only communicating over text messages, and y'all not communicating together.
It's to get your point across.
You can
It's
still
only to
use
get
the
your
phone
point
to talk
across.
to people. We got all kind of video chats now, and you still using text. That's a problem.
Yes, it
Right. And then
is.
they could be asking for nudes or this, that, and the third, but then you like that ain't happening to me, but I just know situations. People will be asking for nudes or whatever, and you be sitting here talking and stuff like that. Like, how do people do that? I don't understand.
I don't ask for those.
Like
I
you
don't
want
answer
so
the
much
text
for
message.
so little.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that ain't gonna work.
Like I
And that
That
said,
could
don't
go
work at
both
all.
ways. It's not just
Yeah,
because some men could be some women could be leading men on as well. So it always goes both ways. So
Right.
we don't not even just speaking for women because some men be like, yo, I'm trying to see where her head at. She ain't really saying nothing. You know, like you could be wanting her to be saying something, and she ain't talking about nothing.
Yep.
yeah. See, that's when my attention starts to stray.
Right.
Exactly.
I'm out of turn.
That's when the attention starts to stray. Because it's like if I'm trying to communicate and you're not communicating,
Yeah,
why
that
am I
tells me you're
wasting my
not
time trying to
interested.
communicate?
Yeah, that
And
tells
then you
me you're
got
not
some guys who
interested.
won't give up yet. Just like those girls who they won't give up yet. And some guys they like, nah, like you gonna try to see, but
Right.
she just ain't she just can't pull it out of her.
like I said, it's all about what you can take and what you can't take.
Yeah,
I mean, like I said, if that's a red flag for you. You already know. It's like, let me block this nigga now.
If I ask questions, oh man. Mm-mm.
So
A red flag. Since we talking about red flag to me is all right. There's a difference between because people talk about the whole privacy thing and being in relationships and keeping your partner private or keeping them secret versus keeping them private, keeping your relationship private. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But I find a red flag to be when a person you dealing with a person and they don't come around your family, they don't like to come around your friends, they don't like to come around nobody that you dealing with,
Woo!
but they want to deal with you. They want they want your time and your attention, but when it's time to go and be around the world and people in the world, they don't want to do that. That's a red
Yup.
flag.
that's a
That's a huge
definite
Oh,
red
red
flag.
flag
look
because
at
it's a
that.
setup.
yeah,
It's a setup for them to drive you crazy because you're only with them. So you look crazy when you upset
That's
about something. You get what I'm
that's
saying?
the
That's not
opposite
okay. That's a
side,
red
that
flag.
controlling thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's
That's
a
that
huge red
control.
flag.
Yeah,
That's
that's
that controlling thing.
That's the
That is the
control thing. And people like
controlling.
to be like, well, I'm a private person, or I'm a person that likes to stay to myself.
Yup.
I got it's bullshit. That shit
Yup.
be
Now,
bullshit.
if they say that, you say, then why am I here?
Exactly.
You should
Yeah.
just buy it
Yup.
out.
right.
I'm not going to your family cookout with you. I've been with you for 10 years, but you ain't never go to a family cookout.
Yeah, feel me?
You
Like
don't
shit
know
like
none
Right.
of
that.
the
Exactly.
family.
Shit like what?
Yup. Hold on, Ty. Sean said text shouldn't even be a form of communication.
No, but
Hell
all right.
nah.
No. I'm
Thank
gonna say
you.
Not
tell
for
you this
nothing.
fact.
It
Deep,
has
no.
no feelings.
That's not true. That's not true. And I'm gonna speak from personal experience. I'm a person, I get passionate when I talk about stuff. And so when I'm speaking on things, if I'm speaking over the phone and I'm passionate and somebody's cutting me off, my voice is gonna raise and it's gonna seem like I'm yelling and we're going back and forth. If we can't have a civilized conversation in person, over the phone, voice, it's much better to text and get my point across. Okay, then you text, you get your point across, because then now we can see where each other's coming from in the situation without it being static of the
Depending
argument.
on who you dealing with.
Depending on
Yeah, I
you
was
get what
about
I'm
to say
saying?
that.
Like that, it
I'd
can
rather
Cause
you
it
just tell
can
me.
work.
Just tell
But
me
some
what's
people
up.
some
Yeah, but
people like
even with that though, even with the texting thing, I'd rather you hear the passion in my voice than read a
Yeah.
text, because you don't know.
Just
yeah.
I could
tell
be
me.
But
reading
the
it
thing
like
Right.
la
Tell
la
me
la
my
la.
fate.
found
I
with
could be reading
texting
it
is
with
it's easy to
And
get
then it's like
misconstrued.
certain stuff you don't want to keep saying through text, like, yo, let's
right.
have
over
a
and over
conversation.
again.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
not about to keep saying what I need to say through a text message like that. That starts becoming like,
Yeah,
nah, I'm not
It's
with
just
that.
that's when
miscommunication
you get tired of saying
altogether.
it.
Yeah.
Like we texting back and
And
forth,
we
we have
hold in
a
stuff.
good
We
text,
we
and I
hold
fall
in stuff
asleep.
that we realize that we shouldn't even be holding in things, because whatever is on our mind, like other people can't read what's on your mind,
Right.
and we want them to understand where we're coming from so bad. And sometimes we could shut ourselves down or become afraid or scared, and that's why other people start cheating or doing other stuff, because they don't know how to tell their partner or something like, all I wanted you was to do this or whatever. Like, nigga, I'll be that and more. If you would have told me, like, but it's too late. Stuff like that. Like,
That's like we
some
talked
people just
about.
need you to tell them
That's like
what
we
is it
talked
that you
about
want.
last week. We talked about that last week. It was like you can communicate, but if there's no comprehension,
Right.
it ain't going. It's not going to get nowhere. I can
And that's the
talk to
thing. The
you
comprehension
till I
I
beat
found.
you in the face, but if you're not understanding where I'm coming from, you only see one perspective,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
only through your eyes. Nothing's going to happen.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Right. But
That's a
if you
fact.
can't comprehend, yeah, something wrong.
We
Right?
grown. Everybody should
Yeah.
be
But see
able
that
to start
but some
comprehending
people
You have
But
to
reality.
and some
some
people
comprehend.
people
need
with
to work
comprehension.
on how because you really do think that somebody could read your brain sometimes.
And
Yeah.
it starts
Like, and
from
I'm
listening.
saying that, like, people, we know about the people that can't comprehend, but what
Mhm.
about like the people who, like, for example, if it's females out there that don't, give head, I'm gonna just say that.
Mhm.
Now, imagine a guy, like, he don't he knows that, okay, she says she don't do this, and then it's like a year later, 2 years or something. I'm just using this as an example, and like, he
She
not
decided to
expressing
give
the
you head
fact
and
that
she a
that's something
headhunter.
important to him. Like, if it's important to you, express the fact that that's important.
Mhm.
Don't just keep going along with it, and that is important to you.
Right.
And if she can't fulfill that part, you want to do something about it now. Don't wait till later.
Yeah. It's called listening to understand. Most people will just hear you to respond,
Yeah.
or have
To
something to
respond.
say. But if you're not listening to understand, you're gonna miss the whole point. And then that other person is gonna feel like you're not paying attention, and that's where all the
Yep.
BS starts.
Yep.
Yep. I was going to say a second ago, the thing with comprehension is we spoke about it like a few weeks ago, like, me on old shows when we talk about trauma. The static with comprehension comes from traumas. You get what I'm saying? If you try, the way you perceive stuff and the way you comprehend stuff is incredibly different from somebody who, you know what I mean? Whether it's sexual trauma, it's mental trauma, is, you know what I mean? Whatever kind of trauma it is, that the way we all know that it affects the way you think.
Well,
You've been
yeah,
through something. You know
It can to some extent, yeah.
it can to some
So it
extent.
has an effect on how people comprehend things in relationships, and that causes static. So that's where understanding comes in. Because you have to work on understanding one another to comprehend somebody's trauma, unless you just don't care. Y'all get what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
I can understand that. You know, I don't have a rebuttal to it, but I can understand it.
Okay, so wait, we got another one. Non-resolution of past relationships. These include not just intimate relationships, but those with family members and friends. If a person is unable to evaluate why past relationships haven't worked out or constantly blames the other party for all their problems, you can bet with a great deal of confidence that the same thing can happen with your relationship.
That's a fact.
Everybody just free.
That's a fact. I mean, if it's you dealing with a person that it ain't never their fault, like you said, it's easy for everybody to do this. You know what I'm saying? But it takes a lot to go like this. So when you're dealing with all those people that just like to do this all the time, oh, it was their fault. We didn't work because she did this, or we didn't work because he did that. And it's like, well, what the fuck was you doing? Was you
Right.
even there? You know what I'm saying? It's like that person wasn't in a relationship by themselves, or those people weren't in relationships by themselves. You was there too.
Right. You do got to look at yourself, which
Yeah.
can be hard.
And then sometimes we be holding in some stuff that we like. This is a big part. We hold in stuff like, cause you know how females, like guys will say we all over the place or whatever, and we bringing up old stuff. That's because we didn't really fully. We ain't really
Never got
fully
past
tackled that one problem
Mhm.
and got past it. Like we didn't
Yeah.
really talk about it. And
You ain't jump
sometimes
over that hurdle.
people, a man or a woman, could assume something and they never got the full truth on that assumption.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't know why it's freezing, but yeah, people, we all gotta figure out what's the truth in order enough to get over some things,
So y'all need
and
that
we can
closure.
realize, oh, I was wrong.
Right. That's what that's a huge point right there. With those 3 words, it's so hard for a lot of people to say.
I
I
was
was wrong. And you know what I'm saying? And a lot of men have that problem with women. I'm not even trying to start nothing, but it's like a lot of times to get a woman to
Oh, they
admit
say
that
we
she
don't
was
like to
wrong is like
apologize.
pulling teeth. And that's crazy because y'all will come at a man and be like, I know you did it, just admit it. I know this, I know that. But it's like, okay, I was wrong. But now when it come for her to put that shoe on, she like, nah, I was
Nah, that
wrong.
shoe in the
But all the
closet.
shit you put me
Boy,
through,
bye,
you
go
feel
sit
me?
down somewhere.
Yeah.
I ain't sitting down nowhere. I ain't sitting down
Like,
nowhere. I'm just
Accountability
saying.
not the strong point. The
I'm just
accountability not the
saying.
strong point in
I'm
our
not
side.
saying that that's you per se,
So
but
I have a
I don't know.
question.
I was just acting like females. I was just saying, boy, bye. You know,
yeah,
like,
right,
yeah, I
exactly.
was just
That's
joking
That's
or
exactly
you
how
whatever.
they
See,
still
that's
do
doing
it.
one of
it.
my
Yeah.
personalities. I be playing and stuff, but
Yeah. But that's
see,
exactly
you
what I'm talking
almost took
about.
me
You know what
wrong
I'm saying?
here. See, no, I'm just playing.
See,
It's like,
don't even
boy,
know.
bye.
No, but I
All
have
the
a
shit you
question
done
about
did.
that. I have a question about that because
It
a
don't
lot of
even
men they
amount to what
say,
I just did. Sometimes it don't
Exactly.
even amount to it. They don't even amount. So
Yeah.
just let me slide. I'm wrong here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever, but still, it don't change the
but
fact,
still,
man.
it don't change the fact.
Yo,
No,
The
damn,
but
women
biggest
will do
part
that
is
with
that
everything.
Period. Period.
sometimes
Yeah,
you gotta go
period.
through the worst things in life.
who?
Sometimes people don't really truly realize until something real bad happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
it might cause a death in somebody's family, and then it brings you together, and then you start talking about
Thinking.
things that you never used to talk about. Like it's sad that it gotta happen that way, but that's why we gotta wake up now and try to hear each other out. Especially if you want that person, if you want something to work, we gotta find ways to
Fight
try
for
to
it.
get it done. And obviously we know about comprehension. We know if we gotta leave that person, sometimes we gotta keep going forward, and whatever we want, it might catch up to us, but we can't stay in the same cycle.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if we want something so bad, but we gotta leave it, act like we ain't wanting it, go into somebody else, because then if we stay there, that person will never change,
Yeah.
never get their life right, or be the person that you really want them to be.
Happiness
Or
can't
that
be
they
shared
need to
like that.
be. So wait, I
Yeah,
want to
you
ask
know.
a question
Yeah.
about this with the saying sorry, because y'all always say us females don't like to apologize, right? So what if you have a female though that does, she say, I
Yo,
was
the
wrong or
only
whatever, and
well,
she's willing to like work on what she messed up. Is that something that you as a man would appreciate, or you gonna tell her like
I would
you don't gotta
greatly
try to prove
appreciate
that you
that.
don't gotta try to
if you
fix
yo,
it. You gotta
I
You
would
do feel
greatly
like
appreciate
that
that. She doesn't
you
have to
found a
go through
wife.
any extreme measures. Sometimes that's all it takes is a simple "I'm
That's all it is.
sorry."
Chances are you found a
You know
potential
what I'm
I
wife.
think it
saying?
I'm not saying
depends
that's
on
gonna
the
be it.
guy.
You know what
See,
I'm saying?
what you saying is maturity level. And then there's
because
some
I was about
people
to
who will be
say,
like, nah, yo, it's like soon as you finally say, oh, I'm sorry, daddy. You feel me? And it's like, oh, nigga, now I ain't even sorry because see, I try to be a sorry person, but
And
now
see,
it's like
nah,
you taking
But
Yeah.
Swag,
advantage
but
of my
nah, I'm gonna
why
sorry.
take
it's
that for
gotta
what it's
see?
worth.
If
Why
they
it's
not
gotta be
sorry
that switch? Why
sincerely
it can't
though,
just
it
be
doesn't
I'm
even matter.
sorry and let I'm sorry right
Yeah,
out?
yeah, but you know, we talking about sincerity and like, yo, I'm dead serious. It seems like it's just those moments. Like, say if a guy he real sorry and she like, no, but you dead serious, yo. Like you dead serious, but
Oh,
now it seems like you not even being heard. Like that person taking advantage of your sorriness. Like I can't express. I don't know how to express it, but it goes both ways. Everything that we try to express, I
Mm.
just know it goes both ways because it's good people and it's bad people. We
yeah,
just
And those
all
words, got to be followed by action. You can tell me
gotta
you
be followed
sorry
by
till you
action.
blue in the face, but if you
Exactly.
don't show me that,
but that's the
you know,
thing. But I'm saying if
I
you
can't.
working on it, and like Tiffany said, it
yeah,
depends on the man and the maturity level. Because from
Or
experience,
the woman.
when I messed up and I apologized and I was working on it to show that person that I was sincere, that person was like, "You don't gotta try to prove nothing to me. You don't got." And I'm like, it's not about proving, but I messed up, so it's only right now I fix the situation.
Exactly.
But
yeah,
that person
yeah.
wasn't respecting that, and I was
Yep.
confused.
Then
Like,
time to go. It's
yeah,
Yeah,
time
it's
to
time
go.
to
I
Yeah.
don't
go.
get.
Definitely
That's
time
when
to
that's
Yeah,
go.
when
y'all
you
want to know a
realize that.
red flag? I just thought of one.
what's another one?
A red flag for women I know is that say if you got you messing with somebody or whatever and you a hop skipping when they call you, I come through. But the moment like a female think of something like, okay, like I'm about to plan this, that, and the third, it don't happen for her right then and there. It just seems like the guy be like, oh, I'm about to go play basketball. I got something to do. But you always, it could happen both ways. But you always jump and hop and skip for when they want you. But the time when you in that certain mode, it don't happen the way you want it to happen.
Mhm.
It's like
Yeah. You
it
know
just
what,
never
Tiffany?
happens.
I can't
That's
even
that
That go
say
the
because
selfish
same
you
way
shit
would
I
for
you
men
said
brought
it.
up.
too, though. That go the same way for men
That's why I
too.
said
It go
both
the same way,
ways.
but look,
Same way.
but it's more
But
prevalent
if
with
you in
women.
that position and know what I'm talking about, if you that person
Yeah,
and like, yo,
Yo,
yeah.
I've
Yeah.
heard so many of
That
my female
irks me.
friends
That's that
complain about
selfish shit
that
I was
Yo,
specific
talking
it get to
about.
thing.
the point where
Web
you
trying
stop
to say
playing
something.
yourself
Web
and you
I
trying
just
to
know.
start
say
Wait,
doing
something.
y'all.
shit.
Everybody talking at once. Wait, go ahead,
Oh,
Web.
I was saying I've heard so many of my female friends complain about that specific thing. About how when it's like they want to do something when they men want to do something for them, they go. And when it's time, they're like, you know what? I'm gonna decide to do something for him. He got other plans. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it make them feel bad.
Yep.
I've heard that complaint a lot. And it do work both ways, but I think it happens more. I don't know
It do
what's the reason
right.
for
I
men
think it
But
doing
have
this
it.
to
is
do
just
more with
something to
males.
speak out to the ladies who definitely the ladies feel me on this one. Like
I feel
it just
you.
because some things what we talking about, it might not go for just men or it might not just go for women, but somebody in the audience or whatever, they understand where you coming from. They understand where I'm coming from.
Wait, he said, "What is this talk with Tiffany?"
Tiffany been trying to get on so
Oh,
long. She
what you
getting all her
saying
piece
though?
out right
Tiffany,
She's
now.
she
trying to
trying
get
to
her
get me up
starring
out.
role.
Don't be trying to play her, Kitty. She can.
What's
It's
this
not
talk
Tiff
with Tiffany?
auditioning
Oh, I know, right?
for a co-host
Yo, and then he
position.
said it goes both ways, Tiff.
Oh, yes, it does.
It does
That's
go
what I
both ways.
said.
What's this talk with Tiffany? That's funny.
All right, yo, that's funny. No, that is a red
I'm
flag.
gonna say this about your sorry thing. Once a female say sorry, she trying to
Wait. Okay, go ahead and talk. You sound right.
she's trying to change. But if she's not, and like every other day is another sorry behind that after a while.
Oh yeah, no.
She becomes a sorry
I don't
nigga.
even want
I'm
She
just
that.
becomes
playing.
a
I'm
sorry
good.
bitch too.
Like
I don't even want it no more. Don't keep saying sorry to me for the same thing
sorry,
over and
sorry,
over and over and
sorry.
right,
over
For the
again.
same shit,
right,
yeah.
Because you
right.
ain't work on
Over and over
nothing. I don't
again.
want
Yeah,
to hear
nothing's
it.
changed. I said actions got to come with
Yeah,
that.
like what you keep telling me you sorry you cheated, but you about to go
And you
cheat on
just
me
turned around and
tomorrow.
did the same shit again, but you sorry. Come on, man.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I don't
Like
know
they
why I'm
Ruben
sorry.
stuttered.
Now
Yeah.
you just
I'm just
disrespected
saying.
me.
Yo.
I got another one. So another one that's a red flag. It says the relationship is built on the need to feel needed. Often we enter into a relationship strongly identified with our needs, The need may be that my partner, must do certain things for me to make me feel secure and satisfied, or that you allow me, your partner, to feel needed by fulfilling your needs. If this dynamic is the focal point of the relationship, however, there may be a little room for real growth individually or as a couple. What do you guys think about that?
All the rest of the mop, right?
That's a problem. Like, I don't want you to need. I want you to want. Like,
Yeah,
I don't want you
I
to
want to
know.
be one.
I heard.
You should be each other's back.
You didn't do
But at
anything
the
else?
same time,
You fucked up?
you stand on your own.
You
You
sure?
should be able to do it on your own. You shouldn't need.
Nate, you sound far.
I know.
Yeah, you
All right.
sound
How
a
about
little
now?
far.
Sound you in water.
I think you probably
Yo.
gotta take, if you got the mic, put it in, take it out.
I'm gonna get back on the show in a minute.
Okay, well.
Y'all can
Oh
hear me?
no, you straight, Kenny. You know it's always talking with easy. We was laughing. Go ahead, Nate.
Like I
Oh,
said, you shouldn't need me. You can want me. Like
right.
if you need me, there's an issue there. Like it's something that you need to figure out because you shouldn't be a need.
That's why we gotta be 100% with ourselves first,
Mm-hmm.
and then come to the table, because we don't want nobody to be all needy.
Right. But see, that's what they said. We were saying earlier, a lot of people don't want to be 100% with themselves. They don't want to look in that mirror. I have one more, which we all know. I think this might be one of the red flags that's a real common one, and that is abusive behavior. It says any form of abuse from mild to overly obvious, verbal, emotional, psychological, and certainly physical is not just a red flag, but a huge banner telling you to get out immediately and never looking back.
Yes, that's a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
That might be the
And
top
then
one.
we look, but we know that a narcissism rate comes into play with that, where you just might not know until you in it.
I'm just saying though. That's true. But like, know what I don't understand? I don't understand how like some women like that though. They stay like it's what they used to. So if that's what they're used to and they feel that's love to them, I don't understand how they stay in relationships, but they stay like.
Yeah, I never understood that either.
And then
Hey, don't be judging.
they be in love like
Judging, I just don't understand.
the day after
You will
black
never
eye,
understand until you go through something like that. That's just
black
like I can
eye,
say I don't understand how,
Black
but if
eyes,
I didn't
tooth
go through it,
missing.
I'm not gonna understand it.
black eyes, tooth missing, rib broke, and the next day they back
Yeah.
in love. And I be
Wait,
like,
not for the ones that like it though. See, it's a difference between women that are battered and in a relationship and they there and they want to get out. That's different from versus a woman that likes it. Just like vice versa, you have some men that might like that too, like a girl to hit on them. Some men like that.
Nah.
Some men, I'm just saying, it's real. I ain't saying y'all. I would hope that y'all don't want to be walking around with black eyes.
I don't like to hit women, but
Man, don't be putting your
you
hands
need
on
to
me,
keep your
bro.
hands to
That's
yourself.
out. For real.
You about to say
Hands to
years in the
yourself.
bedroom. It's like
Yeah, exactly. You touch me in the bedroom. Don't be
That's about
putting
it.
me.
But like I said, once you get to the point where y'all fist fighting and y'all know y'all shouldn't be
yeah,
together, but then like a week later y'all back in love, I'm like,
it's never a good thing. I'm gonna say that though, it's never a good thing. So yeah. Okay, I got a comment. Kenny said, you shouldn't be getting into a relationship if your main reason is to need something from a person. It should be a common want between both parties. I want to be with you, not need you.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah.
you just need this crack, girl. Get back over here. Take another hit.
Let me make it feel good. Let me make it feel good, baby.
Bring me that paycheck, girl. Here you go.
I'm gonna flip that for you, girl. No, but I agree too. Like when I think at this point in life, it's about wanting. You should be able to maintain and do what you need to do on your own. And when you get that person with you, that extra that's a bonus. That's added.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to need you. I mean, I don't know.
I'd rather be an asset to someone than a liability.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. I'd rather bring what I bring to the table, and if she's already sitting at said table, then hey, it's gonna be a feast.
And it's a red flag if It's a red flag if we come to the table and we talk about what needs to happen and what needs to be worked on, and you work on it for 1 week, then you're inconsistent with it, and you stop. Then you go back a couple of months and work on it again. Then you stop. Inconsistency is big.
Yeah.
I mean, we all might deal with it at some time though, but
yeah, it may be in different ways, but I mean,
right.
that's a general thing. I said consistency. You have to stay consistent, and you have to be sincere. You got to be genuine. Like, if you're not a genuine person, just leave me alone. I'm gonna see through it, and then I'm gonna treat you how you act. You know what I'm saying? And then people find a problem with that. It's like, you can't come to me acting a certain way, and then because I'm gonna treat you accordingly. But then it's like, why are you acting like that towards me? Well, that's the picture you painting for me.
Right. And it's sad because you don't wanna, a lot of times you don't wanna treat that person like that. You don't wanna act accordingly or treat them like, but then it's like, you're forcing me to.
Some people like that kind of stuff too, and that's where you gotta push back, because some people they like that toxic stuff.
Yeah.
That's a red flag. I'm sorry. I'm not into toxic. I ain't got time for that.
Nobody. I just jumped back on, but I just heard that is like some people, they like that type of stuff. Like, it's just crazy that you run into people and you wonder, and it goes both ways. Like, you could be so, you like having real conversation, or just, like you're saying, inconsistent stuff, and people, they just still be the same way. They don't got no change in them. They want you. Some people look for you to hit them. If we still talk about abuse and stuff like that, because my Wi-Fi was messing up. But some people look for you to. They want you to hit them because they grew up like that. They probably seen their parents or whatever. It stems from something much deeper. Or some people are looking for guys with chains, fitteds, money. Some guys looking for the girls with the long hair, big butts, all this. But come to find out, it don't even add up. It's like you want that so bad that you're willing to tolerate all that bull. Like,
instead of having that genuine person. See, that to me, that's an artificial or material type of like or love. It's not genuine.
We want what we want, and it's like, dag, yo.
Yeah, you only lusting after what you see. You know what I'm saying? That person,
you lusting after the physical. What about what's inside that person? All this shit on, but on the inside, you rotten, you nasty, you this, you ain't, you not cleansed, you not clean, and on the outside, because you got some Cartiers and you got on some sneakers or whatever. Or
like they say, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, or you can't turn the man. You feel me?
Yeah.
I mean, into somebody else. So
it's not wrong with looking nice, but I'm not into being in a relationship just so I could be on some like, oh, look at what we got, or look at how we are. What about the inside of you?
That's artificial self-esteem. If you have to base how you feel off of what you have, you don't feel good about yourself.
You don't have nothing.
Yeah, you ain't got nothing.
Because once you take all that stuff off, you still got to deal with that nasty.
All for show.
Yeah.
All for show, girl. Can we say that again?
Over there suffering, crying at night, tossing and turning, think about burning down these walls.
For real.
It reminds me of what this pastor said when I was in the church, and he told me, he's like, people like that are spiritually obese because they take a lot of and they ain't putting nothing out.
I like that. I got a long comment. Kenny said, when it comes to abusive relationships and a woman staying with that guy, it goes back to what Webb said. Some people are traumatized with seeing growing up, so they feel that it's the way to be, or you may love a person so much you think someday they're going to change, or they have no one to talk to, family or friends, or your self-esteem is low.
Yep.
That is all facts, Kenny. I agree. But from the outside looking in, it might look different. But it could be many factors and layers as to why. It's never a healthy thing, though. We never telling y'all on Talk with TZ to stay in an abusive relationship.
So after people are in a relationship and they start getting tight to each other and they start bringing the fist fights,
Yeah.
Basically,
Or
to
it
sum
might
it
be
all up,
being
if you
abusive
gotta
is
leave, go
something
ahead
you
and
gotta
leave. Think about
unlearn.
Yeah.
yourself.
Well, yeah. Focus on yourself, B. I say that all the time. Cause it's like, man, I could tell. I work on. I feed off of people's vibes, and I could tell when a female is tired of me, or I'm not what she want no more, and I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Go get happy, girl, because I am.
Right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
beyond your fear is on the other side is so much better. Sometimes we fear of
That
change, or we
change.
fear that
Yep.
that's the only person for you and stuff like that. But we beyond our fears, sometimes we have to say, is that person tossing and turning, or is they just sleeping good at night? They ain't thinking about what you thinking about. They just sleeping
Yeah.
all comfortably while you sitting over there stressing. You got to think about that.
But see,
Yeah.
that's what we talked about last week too, about what you just said with wanting to try to move on, or people just because of time that they put in. That could be a reason why people are staying in reality. They scared to jump and move on to something new because they scared they're gonna be dealing with the same thing. Or somebody that they with, they know that person gonna put up with the stuff that they do. They don't know
Mhm.
what the next person is.
That
Right.
comfortable, yeah, that comfortable and complacent shit.
Whack. It's like
Yeah, you comfortable. You comfortable with, you know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be nobody's doormat. But some people is comfortable with that because they feel like they can't get nobody else or nobody else want them.
yeah.
It's a lot of crazy factors with it.
Then you got people who try to come into your place. That's a whole nother subject. You know, where other people they come, like say if you left an old relationship and now they with somebody else, and then the person who they with, they feeling like they truly know them more than you. Not that you even
Yeah,
trying to sweat it or whatever,
right,
but it's like, okay, you can have those problems, or
Right. They
right.
girl
be
or
thinking
boy
they got
bye,
Like
you
my
ain't
one.
even
nigga,
gonna
you
be
have
able to
no
last a
idea.
day. You ain't even gonna
Girl,
last a
you
day.
ain't even gonna last a day. He don't
My
even
nigga,
like
you
working
have no
out. Give me my
idea.
money back.
It's even worse for you. It's about to get worse.
Exactly. Like, bro, I'm gonna pray for
Like,
you,
girl, you
B.
don't got one up on me. If anything, you should be asking me for tips and advice on how to deal with the
Fact.
situation. Like,
Sister
that's.
girl, you need to run.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you try to tell her that, she gonna think you hate him. She
Mhm.
gonna think you want. Like, no, I'm trying to help
And
you
then it
out.
might
Cause
look like something is so over to them, like, oh, he over. If you really know, if you really knew people, you would know that it's not even over. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
your situation was over before it even started. It
right.
yeah,
might look like I'm gone, but I'm gone for a reason. I'm saying.
yeah.
Well,
I'll
what
be
you
back
saying
though,
goes.
but I ain't about to sit here and stress y'all. I'm gonna let y'all get all stressed out with each other and
Right.
realize that y'all both all messed up.
Right.
Well, what you saying goes,
Facts.
girl. You in danger.
Danger. Watch yourself.
All I'm gonna say is good luck, my guy.
No.
All right.
Right. And then they gonna be like, man, whatever. Then 6 months later, yo, I see what you were saying.
Oh, you
They
do.
pulling up on her like, yo, I got this shorty right here. Next thing you know, they don't even know, okay, she don't look for jobs. She don't really, you feel me? Like it's so much stuff with that person. Like on the outside, everything look
Mhm.
good, but you don't even know that this person can't hold down a job.
Yup.
They want you to pay for everything.
And they don't give a fuck about you.
Right.
Don't care.
And they
Ain't
already
trying to get
plotted with their
better.
homegirl or homeboy that this might just be a bet. You never know what it is right now.
Right.
You just don't know.
Yup. Don't give up on a good thing because of time. It's like, all
Gotta pay
right,
that $25 rent. Yeah, been there, done that.
For real.
I got a question. Who do you think out of men and women ignore red flags more?
Of course.
I say women. I'm not
I
gonna
was
lie,
gonna run.
cause
Yeah, I was
yo,
about to
like I
say, I'm
said,
gonna
not
run
to
with the
bash
women.
y'all, but y'all, it's like some women tend to pick the sorriest niggas just cause of what they look like, or they might have that certain appeal. We do it too,
Or
They
or they
just
could
sitting
see,
there learning.
or they think they could change a motherfucker. I could change him,
yeah.
girl.
Even though
Man, I
like
got something
it
for
sounds
you.
like a bad thing, but it's a good thing at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy that we can have, because we are born, we are made to be a nurturer.
Nurturer, yeah.
So it's
Woman.
within us. Like
Yup.
so when we get a hold to something, we just like excited, like like okay, this could
Yeah.
work, or like I know
I
I
can
can
fix
see
this
something
Schmidt
in
bag.
him.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But he don't see if he don't see it in himself, he ain't gonna let you take it out of him.
Right. We automatically in our head, we like dum dum
Right,
da dum
right.
da da
Yo.
dum.
Right.
We like, yes. After, like not after the
We
first
can
date.
see everything. Like, oh, I could do
As
this.
Webby would say,
I
not on
see
the
how
first
this
night
can
you can't
work.
put your all, but
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
we
why
saying
as
when we
women we
really
have to
feeling
learn
this
this.
person, we thinking it's going somewhere.
Like
Hmm.
I
And we
Oh,
said,
ain't we
it's
not
not
we
gonna
not
go
gonna
that
rush
nowhere.
first
you.
month, that
Hold
first
up.
whole
You
month.
know how like women will not even talk about marriage or nothing. We'll sit here and give you your moment to shine. Because we
Yeah.
don't want you to feel pressure. Nothing.
Yep.
Next thing you know, 10 years done going by.
And he
Yeah,
still
Yup.
ain't
right.
even. You know
Nah.
what I mean?
It's crazy
Yup.
because you swear up and down like we 7 years. We basically is married. No, you're
Right.
not. That man knows what he's supposed to do and what he
Right.
should. He know if he want to do it. He know if he should. What the wait is for. And some people try to blame. Oh, it's just a piece of paper. No, that
Nah,
Sign the
paper means
contract.
something. I don't
that
care
ain't.
what you
It's
talking
more than
about.
Because
a
if
piece
you
of
die, if
paper.
you about to die today, your family and we ain't married and we've been together for 20 years and 10 years, they get to make that decision, not me, houseway. I've been dealing
And the
with you for this
benefits that
long.
come with it, and God favors marriage. Like it's just so much stuff you gotta. It's really deep. Like we
I
wasting time,
know.
and we sitting in each other's beds. The bed we already defiled the bed long time ago.
I know. I've been married,
Bad
so I already
out.
know. Trust me. That marriage is a
Lord,
job. It's work that you have to be committed to. It ain't just no piece of paper. If you're not committed to that woman or that man, don't do it.
Right.
Yep.
Because it's for better or for worse, till death do you part. That's what I believe, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
it's so overrated now. Society has made marriage so overrated now that divorce is at a higher
Yep.
rate than it ever been.
Yep.
like 73% now, I think.
Hell yeah. You
Because
know what I'm
that's
saying?
high as hell.
Because it's just they done made it too
Look, and
commercial.
they
It's
having
not
Yep.
parties
about,
like divorce. Ha
yeah,
ha.
a divorce
Yep.
party. Like, nigga, give
Right.
me a
They just like,
bottle.
I've been
I'm
waiting for a
hurt.
year, girl. It
I
ain't
don't want to
working out.
celebrate no divorce.
Divorce.
Like,
Damn, you ain't about to try.
who celebrates a divorce? Like, that's crazy to me.
well, for some,
I'm
it's
fucked
crazy.
up.
Like it depends on what situation where you finally got it. Like it, even though
Yep.
we shouldn't, but like depending on the situation where, girl, you supposed to left a long time ago. I don't even know why y'all got married. She need
Okay,
to
in that
celebrate
aspect,
herself,
yeah.
or he need to celebrate
Right.
himself because of the fact that you went all in, all wholeheartedly, but come to find out, you done
Like I
dragged
said,
this a
I'm
long
old
time.
school
Now
with it.
you need to party on this note.
I'm old school with it. If you don't look at me as someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with, don't fucking marry me, man.
Oh, I
Straight up.
know. That's a fact.
Facts. Don't waste my time.
Yeah, exactly. I don't get that back. Every year I get older.
I'm not with
Don't
all
this ain't
that
no
new school
Benjamin
shit
Button
like
shit.
Nate said.
Look, whoever you marry, you better stop playing. I will lock it. I'm gonna handcuff you right to that bed. You ain't going nowhere now.
We gonna make this work.
Yeah, that's what it is. Till death, it's blood in, blood out. You marry me, this
But
is a
it's so
game.
like it's like nowadays and then people, it's like you see all these married people and they just be like, they be doing the most. They be acting like they not married.
Y'all niggas
So
don't watch ICU, huh?
And then they adding people in their relationships though. These days,
That
our
make
girlfriend, our boyfriend, like, bye.
If that makes you happy, I mean,
I mean, there are certain
Yeah,
things that can be
okay,
done
but
to
we
make.
know that it's just that's what people are doing. Like, cause we talking about how
hey,
they down in it. You feel me? And then that's what What about the problems where now, since you let that person enter into your life, some people don't look at the fact that that person could get pregnant, or
Mhm.
it's bigger things to that.
I
Are
gotta
y'all
have it
ready? Are
count.
you prepared?
Yeah.
Some people wanting the other person to be happy, but that's not truly what they want. You
Mm-mm.
can't do if some things that if we not gonna accept, you're gonna have to accept the fact that I'm not gonna accept that. Some things just can't be accepted.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And you
you
married
gotta
me,
have that
especially
count.
if you married me already, and you could cry, scream, do all whatever you want. But if on that note, if we already talked about that in life, don't expect it later.
Yeah.
I like that.
I kept hearing y'all say to death do us part. Y'all know what usually ends up happening, right? When people try to stick it out that long and they hate each other. One of them go missing, and then we searching in garbage cans in Hartford looking for the body. So
That's the crazy people.
I
Whew.
mean, it
Like
happens a lot.
it comes
It
inside to
happens a
anybody.
lot.
We don't really know that could be deep within us. Like that we really do be ready to hurt somebody, hurt them and their family. Now,
Ah!
I ain't never knew how crazy I never knew that I was crazy until, I had a child and dealing with baby daddy. Like I'm not crazy. I had patience, everything. Like, life was
You just
golden.
reacted to
You
the
never
situation.
pictured
That'll make you
going through
crazy.
stuff like that.
You just
Right,
reacted
and
to the
then you gotta
situation.
unlearn all of that behavior when you get
Say
out
that
of that
again?
situation,
I
so
said
you
you just
don't
reacted to the
continue on with that
situation. That'll make you
behavior.
crazy.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, it was stuff
Yeah.
that, like, I brought out of me. Like, I'm yelling, like, what? Like, I know. Oh, my God. Like, I didn't expect this to come out of me. I
I
shouldn't
didn't
even have to
imagine that
I
speak
this is
did.
like
how it
that.
be in a
Oh yeah.
relationship. Right.
Yeah.
I got wait.
You
I
gonna
want
be
to.
in every relationship. You gonna be tested.
Right.
Yeah.
And now I'm crazy as ever. I'm scared of
Yeah.
myself. Now I'm
Yeah.
saying, like, let's
You be
just
like,
keep
yo,
it
don't play with
cool.
me
Like,
because I'm
that's
scared of
why
you.
communication is very important. And,
Yes,
like,
girl.
how you talking or whatever. I'm an outspoken person. Not everybody is outspoken.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I treat other people how I want to be treated. Like, the words are the words. I'm an Aries. I'm all
Totally.
fire, so
Ram
I'll
gang.
burn bridges in a
Ram
hot second
gang.
if I have to burn it and don't look back. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's just like, treat other people as how you want to be treated. That's
Flirt
the
with y'all
key to
high-headed
everything.
asses.
She said, "I'm not scared of you. I'm scared for you."
Yeah. Now
Serious,
that you
like,
say she
treat
an
me how
Aries,
I
I
treat you.
understand fully
As
now.
much as I love is as hard as I can hate.
Exactly.
Facts.
I fully understand
That's
that.
some real life shit. As much as
I
I can
fully
love you, as
understand
much as
that.
I will give you my all, oh, that other side just is popping.
Yeah.
And
You
look, people
choose which
see you
side you
laughing all the
want.
time. Then you got to remind them that you can get crazy. You forgot about this side. Like, I'm being so
Right.
nice, so nice. But
It
then
blow
when
your
I
head
start
off with a
turning into
huge
a
smile on my
monster
face.
real quick, now it's all like, why you acting like that? Why? No,
Yeah.
you forgot.
You
Yeah.
raising your voice.
Yeah. Because people are so used to that. Because like she said, with her saying that she's an Aries, I can understand a lot of where she's coming from right now. Because I'm like that. I'm very humble. And it
You
takes a
Aries?
lot. Yeah, it takes a lot to get 412, baby. It
No,
takes a
y'all,
lot to get to me.
no. Y'all Aries are like hot-headed for this. Yo, you can say one. I don't want to say like y'all like are mean people because y'all really are like, good and loving people. But it's
Right.
like for some reason, y'all be hot-headed over the most dumbest shit. Like you could say one thing to an Aries and they just blow up real quick and you be like, whoa, it wasn't even that
It
serious.
could
Look,
have been.
basically, we all like salt and pepper. Like, we all got different seasoning in us.
Well, y'all
So,
season is a little
you
bit too
feel me?
hot,
Like,
so
I'm
it's
talking about
great.
every sign. So, like, some people are not like other people. They took some of the traits. Like, we could put a whole bunch of traits in one and sprinkle a little over here and a little over there. So, but I definitely understand where you're coming from. No offense to the men, but the men signs be the most like difficult.
Grimiest. Yep, that's the word.
I
Wait,
got
let
my
me read
stuff
some of these
in me.
comments before y'all
I'm a
respond.
Gemini. I don't know what y'all talking about.
I got my stuff
Oh
in me.
God.
Uh-oh,
Kenny
I know,
said,
right?
let me read these comments y'all real quick. Kenny said, why in the hell women want to try and change men in the first place? What happened to the person you met from day one? Does a man act or sit back and think, let me try to change her? Laughing my ass off, no.
Well, a woman, like, a man does try, some men can try to change a woman in certain type of ways.
Definitely.
It's in
Definitely.
like a skilled type of talk. It's a skilled way. And you might not understand, Nate, because you got a little face going on. But it's some people who they do try to change you because it's like you probably don't be accepting this, and then they start doing little things in front of your face, and it's trying to change me. Like, you forgot when you met me.
Yeah,
Like, you
how I was.
forgot. It goes both ways, and not all women want to try to change a man. And it's not to say if it's for the bad, if it's for good, why wouldn't you want to change?
And I don't think it's so much about wanting to change them. I think it's so much more about wanting to elevate together. I don't think it's
Right.
more so about,
Mhm.
you got to change and be this person and I'm going to still be who I am.
What's so bad
No,
about it? Like,
let's
talk about
elevate
what's bad
together.
about it. If it's
That
something
creates
good,
change.
let's go with the
Elevation
good.
comes with that. Like, it comes with change. So you have to
I
expect
agree with
that.
that.
Anybody
I
who could
can't
talk
change a
about not
man.
wanting to change, something is wrong with you. You still want to still be that same person, you go right ahead.
Yeah.
That's the case. If you want to still
Right.
be that same person, you go right ahead and be that by yourself. Because I'm sitting here trying to change for the better. And if you can't see
Right.
better with me, then go If you want to live that hood life
Right.
or
Yeah.
whatever, or talk that talk you talking, because I'm from the streets and I'm staying like that and being whatever. For your niggas, keep on doing that and go find them younger chicks who ain't really knowing what life is truly about
Baby,
yet.
hold my gun. I'll be right back.
You're now. I can
Right.
appreciate an actual
Because
woman
that's
that
what they go
sees, you know,
after.
I
Young
can
people,
appreciate a nurturing,
naive.
supportive person. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I don't necessarily want nobody that doesn't want to elevate. So I can understand that. That makes a lot of sense to me.
Sometimes we talk about the negative. It's like, but my heart, where it's coming from, I'm only wanting the positive. And
Mhm.
it's crazy when you're trying to talk positive. That's just like, for example, people want to show more negative things on Facebook, but
Yeah.
when you try to, if you showing that you feeding the homeless, everybody still want to, oh, why you don't post to show it? I'd rather start showing stuff like that to be contagious than to show negative stuff and people being catching on to all that stuff.
Right.
I agree with that.
But
He
yeah.
said, Tim, you ain't fooling nobody. You crazy.
Oh, I ain't fooling nobody. You not fooling nobody because I know you better than you think you know right now because I
Oh,
know who you
shit.
be. How you even
Oh, yeah,
talking? People come for me when I'm coming correct. That's when people come for me. If I ain't saying nothing right, I ain't popping. What? That's why you know I know.
Nah, she's speaking facts. Sorry. We've been trying to get Tiffany behind the pit. That's why she like going into
I
it.
know
That's
how
right.
to change a life now. No, I'm saying. I know
That
how to
say what
change a
you
life.
saying. Snatch your soul.
Even with words, I know how to control it.
Listen, but it'd be crazy because this is another topic, but so I want to talk about it. Like, I wish that y'all men stop asking for stuff y'all not ready for. I wish y'all men stop saying y'all ready for this type of female, y'all ready for this type of lifestyle, y'all ready for this. And then when y'all get it, y'all don't know how to handle it. Y'all don't know how to deal with it, and you're not ready for it. And then you want to damage the person that you trying to not damage, it's not always
Making
turning
a
out like that,
female
but
feel good at the
you're
point
not
of
ready
time.
for
It's like
it.
almost like you're filling her head up right then and there just to get somewhere.
I don't get that. Like, why do men do that? Why y'all ask for stuff? Oh, I want this type of girl. Oh, I want a girl that's stay at home. I want a girl that's about something. I want a girl that's doing something with herself. As soon as you get that girl,
I told you that's that first 2 months of dating when we just filling each other out.
no, I don't know. No, that's not
But when
that
you
deep.
grown, like say right
I
now at your
swear.
age, when you trying to go meet people, nobody has time. What don't people get? Nobody has time.
I'm not
Time
You
is
gonna ask
probably
for
ticking.
what I
40, you
don't
about
want.
to be 50, you 30, you almost 40. The time is ticking. Tick, tick, tick.
I ain't
That is
asking for
true.
what
What do you
I don't
want?
want.
What do I want? And then we start yearning for certain things at a certain, like all that old stuff is gone and you
Right,
develop, you already move forward so far in life that you just want somebody to catch up with you. If you're not on my level, I want you to don't waste my time because that's how
right,
people get hurt.
right.
That's true.
Hold on, baby daddy calling. I'll be
Oh
back.
shit.
Take that
You
call.
got
Let me
them
take
show
that
like I
call,
heard
man.
you.
Take that call.
I heard you talking shit.
I heard you.
I see you on that live with them niggas. Who them niggas?
Ooh, no, for real. Can Nate and Rondell, like, can y'all elaborate on that?
Like
Like,
I said,
why?
that's usually the game they spit in the first 2 months. I'm telling you,
Mhm.
girl. I'm looking to do this with my life. I'm looking to do this. I ain't thinking about none of that.
Yeah,
No,
no.
It ain't.
no, but it's not even so much about what like the man is doing. Well, it is, but it's more so like this is what they want in a woman. That's what I'm talking about. Like when they say they want this in a woman, and not even through the talking phase, just a lot of men do that, and it's something that they're not ready for. Like you're asking for something that you know in your heart, deep down inside, like yo, I'm not ready
Because
for
they
this type
think
of
they missing
girl,
out on something
but that's what you want.
if they give they
What are
all in
they
one
what are
basket somewhere else.
be specific? What are they asking for? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like if they say, I want a woman that's a good girl that ain't out here, always in the streets, or I want a girl that's about something that maybe, she might have some type of education higher than her high school diploma, or she might have her own business, or she is somebody that just elevates in anything that she's doing. Like men talk a good one, like I want this type of woman. And
Mhm.
then when they get that type of woman, or even sexual wise, I want somebody that's freaky. Then when they get that type of woman, they can't either deal with it,
They be like, my bad,
they
my
really
bad.
wasn't ready for it,
I
if they
wasn't
steady asking
ready.
for it. What you say?
He said I wasn't ready.
No, for real.
My
Like,
bad. I didn't really mean that.
I
I just
will
can't.
say for me,
I'm going home. My bad. My bad.
not ready.
Not ready.
I don't want to be shown too much too soon. Like if you're a nasty chick, you gotta ease me into your nasty. You know,
Uh-huh.
don't just throw it at me all at once because whoa, slow down, shorty. You know, but for me, I just want a genuine woman. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't have to have everything. We can get shit together. Just be
Right.
genuine in how you walk. You know what I'm saying? You can tell
Right.
me anything, but I'm gonna judge you by how you walk and the things that you do. And if I have a genuine person, it ain't nowhere we can't go. It ain't nothing we can't have. Because I'm gonna tell you what it is off top. You ain't gonna have to wonder or question about me. I'm gonna tell you what it is within weeks of meeting you. You know what I'm saying? Within those first few dates, you're gonna know who Rondell is and what
Right.
he expects and what it's gonna take to keep him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if we don't have that type of communication, again, don't waste my time because I'm gonna tell you what it is. If you're not ready for that, what you want me to do?
I that just be annoying. Like, oh, I want this, I want that type of girl. I don't
Yeah,
know if
because you get
females
these
do
cats.
that. I don't know if females do that because if I do that, I want to be prepared, like, for what is to come. Like, me being prepared for what is to come is, praying what type of man I want, but as well as praying about what I need to do to be a better person, to be ready for the person that's supposed to be in my life. Like, I don't know. I just think
But then you got
I
these
hate
cats.
when men do that. Stop
They got
asking
these
for
cats
stuff y'all
that's
not ready
weak.
for.
Yeah, it's most like a lot of times it's like it's more of a fantasy because you hear a lot of rappers that say they want that shorty to hold them down and be there for them no matter what, yada yada yada. But then they get them and they cheat on them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, oh, I got money, I can do whatever I feel like it. But it's like, okay, in all
Yeah.
your songs, you rapping about this one woman that you want, and you can have her, but you rather choose this way of life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of times it just got a lot to do with knowing what it is that you want and being willing to do what it takes to have that.
And being real about it. If you want
Yeah,
to have a little hoe or a girl that's a gold digger for
right.
you to take care of, and she this and that, then hey, go that way. But don't try to come and damage or mess up somebody
And you
else
gotta
like
take
because
what's coming.
I'm
You
ready
gotta
for
take
this
what
and you not.
you gotta take what come with that, because a lot of these cats do want these little, these chicks that's be all freaky and whatever like that. But when understand, a lot of them chicks that's like that is for the street, and you're gonna have a
Right.
lot of competition. Are you gonna want to deal with the fact that other men are gonna want this woman too? And a lot of dudes can't handle that. And it's like,
I
hey,
think so, dude.
it's like shit. Okay, if I know she's a loose type of female, then maybe I should keep a few others on the roster just in case she's not available, because there will be others. Females like that aren't just for one dude. They're just not.
Right. I think we talked about that before.
You
Yeah.
know, just like men like that. They're not just for one woman. Okay, yeah, if that's all he is, girl, fuck that nigga and keep it
Keep
moving.
it pushing.
Same shit with
Right.
men, nigga. Okay, she a freak. Go see her. Get your shit off and take your ass home. You can't be with her, cause the next nigga gonna be walking in the back door as you coming out the
Yeah.
front. So
Yeah.
don't play yourself.
Right.
That's all.
What's up, Mo? Mo said, I've tried to encourage a male friend who's in the fast lane to try to open a dispensary with me, especially since the government wants to give back to the second chance felons first. But he doesn't seem to want to work hard. I like him a lot, but I had to let him go because he doesn't want to work hard for what he wants.
Shit.
Hit me up. I'm down.
Yeah, we
I
out
can hear
here.
you, Nate.
We out here.
Nate said, put him down. They down, Mo.
We out
They
here,
down,
I
man.
got
Mo.
A1 credit. Let me know what we need to do. I'm down. What you want to do? Be in that dispensary life.
I'm about to get my
I'm,
CDL
Hit
so
me
people
up,
do the
Mo.
wait.
I'm open.
No, but it is hard. Like, so this is my thing, Mo. Is that what he wants to? So, okay, this is what I feel like too. Is that what he wants to do, Mo, or is that something that you want to do? Like, is that something that he wants to say, hey, this is something that I'm interested in? or is it something that you might want to do? So, and if it's something that he doesn't want to do, is that pushing you away because he doesn't want to do what you want to do?
Even though if that's her man and like she trying to do that and he's not encouraging her or trying to help her do that.
It's like,
Oh well, man. No, I mean, yeah, okay, yeah, well, that
what
of
are you trying
course.
to
If
do?
that's different though. Like, if you okay, let me
So
give
she's
you
saying
experience why I'm saying that because with my ex, although we were on two different paths as far as like what our level of success was of like me, I'm more of a community embedded person. I'm more of, this type of person. And then he had his business stuff that he was doing. It wasn't to say that I wasn't supporting his business, trying to learn it a little bit, understand why and what he was doing and to help be a part of it to some extent. But it was like he was getting mad because I didn't 100% take away from what I would wanted to do in life to do what he thought was right for us to do in life. And that caused a big thing. Like, and I'm like, we still could support and be there, and you could support me in my endeavors and what I'm doing. I could support in your endeavors and learn and be down. But because I didn't fully put all myself into what he was doing, it was a problem. It was like I wasn't doing that with myself. And that's crazy because at the end of the day, that don't mean I'm not doing that with myself because I didn't want to do fully what you didn't want to do. And that's not saying I'm not supporting you and I'm not down to some extent with what you have going on, but we all have different passions and purpose in life. So that's why I asked, like, was it something that he just wasn't really into, even if he supports you? But if that's something that his heart wasn't in, you can't fault him for that.
I mean, if y'all both trying to grow together and he just wants you to help him with his, like that ain't gonna work out. 'Cause, like you gonna outgrow him or he gonna outgrow you, one or the other. So, but like if her man already doing what he doing and she trying to be like, yeah, you could do it this way and make it better.
Right, then that's
And he like, nah, I'm gonna keep doing it this way. You already know the downfalls of that.
well.
That
See,
might
if
be a
that's
red
the
flag.
if that's the scenario, then I agree with you. If that's the scenario,
Don't keep doing it your way when you know your way ain't working.
Oh yeah, she said just do it legal. So
Yeah,
yeah.
see.
Well then,
So
Mo, I agree with you on that. But I
your
just feel
way
like
gonna
if
get
it's
you
not
some
somebody,
time.
Yeah, your way ain't working, bro.
right. I agree with that. Like, okay, can we do it the right way? That's a little bit different. It's hard to make people, I don't know, not make them,
Well,
but
I see a lot of dudes out here though. When it comes to dispensary, they skipping all of the legal steps now. They done went to branding and packaging, and I'm like, dog, this is still illegal. You can't be riding around with a pound in your trunk, bagged up in your name, nigga. That's
Right.
still illegal.
That's
Like
still, that's
you
still a
need
federal offense, buddy.
you need to go through some other steps. You might want to go, talk to a lawyer or something, get the LLC and figure out what you got to do with the government to legally do this. But some people just skip those steps. So, I see her frustration. I was having to talk about somebody with this a couple days ago. So,
no, I get the frustration. It just brought me back to that because I'm like, I feel like everybody has their own different purpose. But if it's something that he doing like that and you want to turn it into the right way, that's different. That's definitely that is frustrating. Because then when something happened bad, he gonna be looking on you to be there for him. No, I tried to help you out in the beginning before it happened. Like I tried to hold it down. You ain't want to listen, so you on your own.
I told you to get that grant. Talk to the government.
Hell yeah.
I see you in 20. I might not.
I
I'm not
might,
gonna stick around, but
bruh. Don't go to jail because she ain't gonna be there. Trust me. She is not gonna be there, bro. She gonna answer the phone, but
I'm done. What? Y'all crazy. Yeah, I always say CZ never doing a jail bit again ever. Okay.
oh man,
Never, ever, ever.
hell no.
You can forget about it.
Yeah, I ain't going to jail. So fuck that. And if I did, man, I'm not going back. Not going back. Not going back. No.
You heard what man DC said to Yanzi. He saw her, but it was on the other foot. He don't know if he would have held her down. That's right there.
Yeah, that's a red flag. Like,
Yo, he
why
was
did you
like,
say that, dog?
Seriously, he was telling dad truth. He was like,
I
look,
he
mean,
was dead serious.
Ma,
like, oh no,
Yep.
I ain't that strong, babe.
I don't know.
Babe, I'm weak, babe.
I don't know if I could have did what you did, but I respect what you did. But that's why, sis, live your life, sis. Live your life, sis, because they ain't gonna hold you down.
Work on yourself, B.
Yep. Work on yourself.
They say only 10% of women get visits in jail. So, I mean,
Wait, what you say?
he said 10% of women get the visits in jail.
That's horrible.
Think about that.
That's horrible. Ain't nobody coming to them jails.
Man, that's fucked up.
All right, let me see. I'm trying to think about another red flag.
So I'm chilling. I'm always chilling with my ex a red flag.
Huh?
Is that I'm always chilling with my ex a red flag?
Oh, he's chilling with your ex.
Yeah, that be a red flag.
So I want to say,
Yeah, we're just gonna say
I want to say, I was gonna try to look at something positive about that.
Nah,
before I just
nah.
said like, but
nah.
I had to throw that one in there because we're here, so you know I had to.
But then you have the people that say like, me and my ex, we mad cool. I mean,
Uh-huh. Sound good.
I'm alright.
They might be best friends.
Y'all don't gotta hate each other. Y'all do not gotta hate each other. But you're not about to constantly be around your ex all the time or inviting them to our guy. Y'all might as well be together.
Yeah.
The ex can't come to the cookout. Damn, that's dirty.
I mean,
even if she bring her boyfriend. Even if she bring her boyfriend.
That might be a possibility.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, you better bring a +1.
Nah, for real. Don't come by yourself. And the +1 better be, she better have a guy with her. That better be the +1.
Or her girlfriend.
Yeah. Well, if she like girls, then hey.
She like, hell no, she can't come over.
Yeah. She like, fuck out of here. Don't come over here.
I think it all depends too, just on the situation, but for the most part, not like a consistent thing. I mean, never mind. I don't even want to think about that type of stuff.
Shit like that is rare. On average, that shit ain't happening. That's a red flag on average.
I agree. I was trying to look up like some statistics, but I can't find too any on like red flags with men and women. Because again, I do think that women, we ignore them more than men.
Y'all women my opinion on women, and this is speaking from seeing this, women just happen to they take a type and then they just stick with it. Like they'll pick a guy and be like, "Hey, I love thugs," and they would just stick with the thug type. And then like 7 guys down the road, they're trying to figure out why they ain't really in love.
Why I'm still single.
Yeah.
We be looking at y'all from a man's point of view. We be looking at y'all like, nigga, the doctor tried to talk to you. You told him to get lost. The lawyer just tried to talk to you.
But men do the same thing too. Men
you
do
said
the
that
same
nigga
thing too.
And now
do the
you
same thing.
Not like women do though.
We do, but not like y'all.
Y'all
once we draw that line, it's like, man, fuck this.
Y'all need a dude that's like, I'm a computer programmer and I just want to love you forever. And you be like, that nigga a nerd. He don't like to go out.
Fuck that offie.
He a offie. I'm about to go with this thug nigga over here that's driving the Acura or the Infinity now. He driving Infinity. I'm with him.
He got Infinity and Cardi.
We be looking at y'all like, this nigga want to take care of you. He doing good. He got a job. He got insurance.
I just bought my
got
house.
Right? But you thug nigga that's looking for a job, got the Infinity, but he sell bud and he let you smoke for free.
That's true. Women, some women, yeah.
And then we just look at y'all and we go like this.
Okay.
That's your type.
I don't know. I I can't. Maybe back in the days, but now it's like I'm looking for betterment. But like I said, I never was the type of person that like to be in a relationship with somebody that's just so materialistic. Like that shit is just like a turn off to me. I'd be like, okay, what's next?
Y'all be looking for the fun, and y'all like even when we was younger, we all was looking for fun. We wasn't really looking for like the longevity of it. We were just like, oh, this person is fun. They like to go out. Da, da, da.
It's
We
for
go
the
do
moment.
this. We go do that. And then after a while, you just be like, damn, you ain't it, B.
Yeah.
You ain't it.
I found one. It says how they talk about their exes. If the only thing that they have to say about their ex is negative, then they either aren't finished emotionally processing their baggage, or they are a resentful and bitter person who engages in trash talking the former flame.
Yeah, that could
Could
be
be true.
that's possible.
Another one is they don't seem to be proud of you. Whether they hesitate to introduce you to their friends, they hide you from your family. Wow. Or they are reluctant to have any proof of you on their social media feed. These type of behaviors all speak a lack of pride in being with you. Or maybe they are ashamed of their friends and family, and that's another possible red flag.
If you only on one of her Facebook pages, focus on yourself, bro.
If he ain't throwing you up and
If
she
she
ain't
got
throwing you
more,
up, focus
if
on
she got
yourself.
more than one Facebook page, nigga,
Right?
that's
Why
on
she got
yourself.
more than one?
that's a red flag.
She only
Focus
should have
on
more than
yourself.
one if she lost her account and couldn't get into it. Why you got more
That
than one?
that's about
Focus
it.
on
Or
yourself.
business purposes, you know.
But that's the same thing as the other one. Like people, like I said, introverts who don't want to come out. That's what Web
Yeah,
was
but
talking about.
I think that goes with that too. But that's some real life stuff. Like,
That's exactly what Web was talking about.
yeah, he did say that. So then here go another one, y'all. They keep score. So it says one of the fastest and most efficient ways to grow resentful of your partner is to keep score in your relationship. If you live with the mindset of, well, I took the garbage out, did the dishes, initiated the sex last time, so it's your turn
so
today,
annoying.
then you are doomed to suffocate the life out of your partnership.
Yeah, that's so annoying.
That's a good one.
That sounds like competition, and it's like you
Yeah,
should
I don't like to be in competition. Yo, we talking about that last week. Who I don't want to be in a relationship and be in competition with that person. Like,
that's corny as fuck, yo.
Really corny.
It's
Real
like, what
corny.
you competing with me for? And I'm on you competing with somebody that's already on your goddamn team. That's
right.
dumb.
I gave you the baton.
Yeah, you feel me? I threw you the alley.
Right? I ran straight up to you and gave it to you. Like,
catch the ball. You wide open for the pass. Catch the ball.
Right. So here's another one. They use sex as a tool. Sexual intimacy is a mutually beneficial act that both parties feel love. If you ever use sex either as a reward or withholding it as a punishment, as a tool to get what they want when they want, you can be sure this is a massive red flag. This behavior is manipulation, pure and simple.
Yeah, you gonna get cheated on doing that shit.
Yeah, that's why I think, yeah. but that's what I'm saying. Like, I separate me being, well, like I said, the only thing that will stop me to some extent from be engaging in that is if like I'm constantly being cheated on by you. But like for the most part, I'm gonna put that to what we dealing with. I'm put that to the side because I'm still gonna have to get my
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I've done that, but I was like, girl, look, you gotta graduate, you need to study, you can't be doing this, and you can't come up with these answers for these tests, these college tests. You gotta graduate. So we gonna have to cut this like a boxer, you got to cut this out for a minute. Cause nah.
Ain't no way in hell, Nate, you bugging.
What? No, I'm not. You gotta motivate somehow, right?
So that was the motivation?
That was the motivation. You get out of college. You got finals coming up. We doing this during finals, and you can't think that you about to skip classes for it.
Well,
you
gotta break down the scenario like you doing because now you saying she was skipping classes and all of that.
Go to class, do what you need to do, and finish what you're doing.
Yeah,
this gonna be here. It ain't going nowhere. It's gonna be here.
That's different.
Yeah, I got to stay focused.
Yeah, see, I don't want to be the distraction. I want to be the
right. When you put it that way, yes. But if you just using the sexual things to your advantage, like
Oh yeah, no. Like I said, you're gonna get cheated on doing that.
Another one is they don't put effort into the relationship while you don't want to keep track of while you don't want to be keeping track of relationship. It doesn't feel good to be in a one-sided relationship. So if
That's
one person isn't as invested in the relationship as the other, then it's a lose-lose situation. Save yourself some time and have the courage to find someone who will make you a priority in your life.
Yeah.
So I think we talked about that. Y'all talked about not apologizing. They said that that's a
sorry.
big one.
It's all that you would say.
Sorry. Oh, I hear that song all the time. Their core values are different than yours. While differences in your partner might attract you in the short term, Nate, it's your similarities that will keep your relationship thriving after several years.
Oh, yeah.
If things like self-development, money, and whether or not to have children are completely out of sync with your partner, then it's something that you need to be giving focused attention on early in the relationship. This got a lot of red flags. This one says they don't fight fear. Does your partner bring up past events that happened months ago during your arguments? Red flag.
Oh man.
It says this one ties into the scorekeeping mindset in a toxic relationship habit. Either deal with things as they come up for the both of you, or watch out. The longer you stay with them, the more they will have collected to use against you in future blow-ups.
5 years ago, you said hi to that bitch at the mall. Remember?
Right, bruh. It's like, yo, are you serious? You still talking about that?
Like I said, I'm only gonna talk about something from the past if it's still relevant in the future and you still.
And that goes both ways, because dudes when they know they wrong, only when they really truly know they wrong, that's when they'll bring up, remember you such and such, when they truly wrong.
Mm-hmm. That's
And why y'all be getting mad when y'all be getting caught? Like, I don't be getting. That's another topic.
Because they'll never bring up old stuff until that moment. Like we bring up old stuff all the. We might, as women, we bring up old stuff, but because you could forgive, but you can't forget. That's what people don't realize. Some things you could forgive, but that don't mean I'm gonna keep forgetting and think you're gonna let that slide by. I gotta still remind you a little bit that I know you don't like it, but still, it's inside of me.
And the only thing I say to that, if that's how you feel, because me, I'm gonna own my shit. If I fuck up, I'm gonna say I fucked up.
Right.
Now, after that, I don't want to keep hearing it. So if it's something that it's gonna keep bothing you and you can't get over it,
right? Because y'all do, as men, y'all really do trying to change. Y'all really.
It's best you just leave me. I'd rather you just leave me than to keep throwing something in my face that I did.
Yeah, like, why you came back to me? You done had another kid with me, everything. You want to keep talking about this shit?
Right.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
that's the example of wasting time. Don't waste my time if you're gonna stay mad at me.
And it's true, because we gotta think about your feelings, because sometimes we think that we could just say whatever, but truly you're trying to, like, you want to get up past over that hump because you are truly sorry. Like you are, I mean, you are, like you said, you owned up to it. And some females or whatever, some women or some men, we don't realize that that will mess us up. We won't ever be able to grow.
Yeah.
Right. Right. And that's where it comes into play, where maybe you got to look at yourself like, okay, he apologized. He worked on it. He's doing what he needs to do. Why is it still harboring in me? Maybe
and you want to work on it too. So that's, you got to look at yourself. That's when you like, okay, I want this to work now. I notice what I'm doing.
Yep.
Because sometimes it'll take a few times. It takes a few times where I might keep blaming you and you still expressing yourself, and I couldn't hear you right then and there. Mm-hmm. But now I hear you, I feel you, and I am wrong. Like I need to stop bringing that up, because we keep going back to square one.
Yeah.
Right.
At that point,
and it's like, how you gonna move forward if we keep going back? Like I said, the only way, for the most part, I'm gonna keep bringing something up from something we dealt with is if it's something that we never, healed from, or you're still bringing that in our present situation. So if it's continuously in a present situation, it's no choice. Then it's gonna be brought up. I'm gonna bring it up. Another one says they don't take feedback well, whether it's their sexual technique or the way that they scramble your eggs in the morning. It's a red flag if your partner digs their heels and when you try to give them feedback. Someone who wants the best for you and your happiness will always have an open ear when it comes to the topic of how they can love you better. That's love language.
That's fact. That's how you love somebody. You know what I mean? You don't love nobody. You can't tell me you love me or show me that you love me if you're not willing to do certain things to show me.
And sometimes we really have to go like this. All right, I'm gonna let you talk. Like, you gotta really hold that zipper there. But sometimes, some people don't realize. I want you to hold on real quick so I can answer your first question, because if we go too far, we're gonna miss what I needed to answer for you right there, because you thought you knew what you were saying, but I really, really need to unzip this zipper and answer that first question. But sometimes we take a long time to explain ourselves. I know sometimes I could take a little long to explain where I'm coming from, but I need time because you don't even know what I'm about to say.
Right.
You gotta listen. I need a nigga that's gonna listen. I'm just saying. You know how to that song.
I need a nigga that's gonna listen.
Listen to understand.
Listen or not, nigga. No, but then that's when they be like, "Oh, she got this long drawn out." Just say what you, because men, they be like straight to the point. Us women, we gotta like tell them. We gotta.
Yeah, it's a story. We gotta start from the start where it happened. We need to make sure you know where it started and where it ended. Even if I just tripped over the banana peel and then I hit my head, then I went through the door. Like if I didn't tell you that part, you're gonna miss something very serious.
And don't let you be like a writer or like a public speaker like me, because I'm giving you like when I say something to you, you're gonna be able to the whole thing gonna be in your head. You're gonna be able to picture it like, okay. And sometimes I be trying to be like short, but I can't help it. That's just who I am. Like, but you gonna get the full details. You gonna understand.
But you definitely know when you're growing. Like, two people know when you're growing, because it's like, say if you got into something, but later on you come in a correct way. Like, earlier when we was trying to talk, I was trying to tell you that this, that, and the third. And you're like, yo, I was sitting in the shower and I thought about it. Like, you was right. I'm sorry. And you were like, no, I'm sorry. We both sorry. I fought myself doing that. We both sorry at the same time. Sometimes you gotta be sorry even when you not. When you not.
And that's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
For anybody.
But if it ain't that serious, some things, if it's not that serious and you could let it blow over, just be sorry, because you want to be with this person. You can't be without this person. And if you go a day, you're going to be sitting there hurt, lonely. Like, that's your person. Just get it together.
Right.
Sorry, I missed it. What was that? We talked about that, trying to guilt trip you into spending all their time with you. Another red flag is they want to micromanage your life. Helping someone evolve is one thing, but if your partner is trying to
got one of those
aspect of your life, your self-esteem and anatomy, you need to be trusted to make your own decisions, whether they agree with them or not.
Say that again.
So micromanage your life. It says helping someone evolve is one thing, but if your partner is trying to control every aspect of your life, your self-esteem and your anatomy, then you need to be trusted. It says you need to be trusted to make your own decisions, whether they agree with them or not.
Yeah. I mean, shit. How can someone else think for me?
Oh, I like this next one I'm about to say. It says they tell you they aren't a certain way all the time. If you heard them say, I'm not jealous, dramatic, judgmental, angry, a slow procrastinator, whatever it could be, abusive, stunting, fraudulent, like more than a handful of times, there's a fairly good chance that they are exactly what they keep trying to convince you that they're not.
Yeah,
I like that one.
And get the real.
that's why actions got to follow words.
But I'd rather you just be honest about that. Like, just be honest about that's who you are. Like,
Yeah,
be honest about it. You don't know how far it could go with you being honest about something, yo. Like, you don't gotta keep beating around the bush and
yeah.
faking this and saying this and trying to pretend this. Like, just be
And let
honest.
other people make their choice. Like you
Yeah.
rob people from making their own choices about what they want to do in their life.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I've made a habit. Like I've met a lot of females over the past few months, and I've made it a habit to tell them what they may not like first. You know what I'm saying? Just to give them a gist of what you may be getting into. You know,
Right.
you might not
Right.
like.
And if they run, that was meant for them to run. If
Yeah.
they stay, that means you know what you staying for.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Oh, this is another good one. They flake on you repeatedly. If your partner or somebody you're talking to repeatedly flakes on you in the relationship early on, this is a huge red flag. Imagine if one of your idols invited you to a dinner. No matter how busy you were, you would make time in your life for someone so important. If your partner isn't prioritizing you in the same way, then they might just not be that into you. Or they are just so highly unreliable that you would spend the rest of your life in aspiration and frustration with them.
Hello.
We hear you. Oh no.
Oh shit! No, I'm on the phone. Oh shit! How do I do this?
Just mute your. That's a big one.
Oh, here you go. Okay, here you go.
And then we talked about close family and friends already, or they have a bad relationship with their family. Yeah, and I think that we talked about the other ones. So we could all agree that red flags are something that we do need to pay attention to. We could all agree, though, that it depends on the person and what they believe the red flag is, because for one person, that could be a red flag, but to the other person, they can maybe be able to deal with it, maintain it, help that person work on it. And I think that we all kind of agree too that red flags, things that turn you off, those all things kind of intertwine with each other in relationships. Oh gosh, I don't know what just happened. Oh, there you go. So I want to start like towards the end of the show, you guys just kind of like maybe do a positive of, although everybody gives their opinions and different perspectives, maybe, and then at the end, I kind of started that in the beginning when I started Venus versus Mars, kind of leave it off on a positive note as to, okay, maybe we could all go around and just say something positive about what the topic is, just to leave with the viewers and the fans, because it's important to try to leave something positive with, our people. This is why we do this. So don't ignore the red flags. Discuss the red flags with your partner. Look at yourself and see what maybe you need to work on, that maybe a red flag or maybe a flaw of yours. I feel like people should be more upfront in the beginning and not later on in the situation, whatever the situation may be. Be more upfront with what's going on and be more upfront with who you are, regardless if, that person may say, okay, well, you know what? That might be too much for me to take on. So, that's not for me. That's okay. But how would that person know if you're not upfront with them from the beginning? So I think that that's important to like tell them who you are. Like, I'm not trying to scare you off or anything like that, but I want to be real with you about the person that I am. The good, the bad, the ugly, the stuff that needs to be worked on. And not to say it all has to come out like on a first date or anything like that. But as those months roll on, let it be known. Speak about who you are. Don't just have that lust phase and that, honeymoon phase and you think everything is perfect, because we all know that there is no such thing as perfect, but there is a such thing as elevating, becoming better with the person that you're with, for yourself and for the relationship. So we do know that that is a positive right there. I think that those are some good things when it comes to the red flags. And again, everybody's definition of red flags are different. We definitely read off a little over 20 different red flags. And I think that all of us at some time, at some point, can relate to, a lot of the red flags that we talked about. So don't ignore them, especially the abusive relationship one. Although it is easier said than done in any of these different scenarios, it's always worth it to, put yourself first to look at it and say, listen, I don't know if I could deal with this. It's always a conversation that needs to be had. Hold on, please. All right, I'm sorry. So yeah, I think that this was a really good topic. It was something that was needed. The conversation, the comments, obviously, like I said, it's things that we all notice in people. And it's just all about if you're willing, like Nate has said multiple times, it's all about if you're willing to put up with that. It's all about that's something that you're willing to meet your partner or the person that you might potentially be talking to become your partner. Like, it's all about what you want to deal with. But again, you got to be upfront. You got to be truthful. Don't try to hide behind who you really might be. Let that person know so they can make their own decision. And again, we all have things that we need to work on. We all have things that could be a red flag to somebody. So the best thing I could say is just to continue to daily work on becoming the best version of yourself. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not easy. Trust me, I got things wrong with me as well. But the fact that I'm working on them, the fact that you work on it, that's what separates you from somebody that doesn't work on it, for somebody that just feels like this is who I am and that's it. That's where you separate, the difference comes in at of somebody that's trying to elevate to become a better person. So less of those red flags will not be into play. So again, you guys, this was an awesome show. I'm gonna end Venus versus Mars tonight. This is an early night too. I'm kind of happy. It's like, let me stop. No, but this was a really, really good show. Again, thank you guys to all the viewers. Thank you to the fans. Thank you for everyone that comment. Thank you for my Talk with TZ family that comes on. I appreciate it. Shout out to Tiff. I'm happy that you finally got to come on to the live and say a couple of words. Again, you guys, we will be back next week with another one. We do not have the late night with TZ this weekend. It will be next Saturday. But tune in next Tuesday for Show Support Tuesday, because I'm going to be shining some light on somebody else, because you guys know that's what I do. And then we will be back with Venus versus Mars next Thursday. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your night. Have a good night. And I hope you learned something and was able to take something from this show tonight. Peace.